Momo. Oh, okay, Momo. Are you gonna sit there? You're gonna sit there? Okay. So Momo literally just walked over as I pressed the go live button and sat down right in front of my monitor. It's very cute. All right, today we're going to play Feraligator in Pokemon Crystal. I figured after yesterday's performance with Charizard, we had this, like, I can't stand the suspense of not knowing how well Feraligator is going to do in results, in comparison with Charizard's results. So that's why we're here. If you don't want spoilers for the Charizard stream, don't watch this VOD. Stop watching the stream right now. We're going to spoil the Charizard results. I think the Charizard stream is my best stream of all time. I also think it is the most interesting Crystal run we have ever played, and it is my favorite Crystal run of all time. It made me like Pokemon Crystal, and it made me like Charizard, and it made me like fire types. So, yeah. Okay, let's talk about it. Tier list, Charizard, second place right now. It destroyed the game yesterday. Time, 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 32 seconds. I did have one reset. Ignore the game time. There were some tech problems behind the scenes. That's why I didn't record it, but I'll go back and be able to salvage it later. But Charizard, outstanding result. It's so good. S tier, fire type. It's nice to have a little bit more type diversity in the S tier because we have a bunch of normal types. Here are some normal types for you, right? We've also got a bunch of bug types. There are some bug types for you. And then we had some water types. The only other typing that we had in S tier, was a Raichu, electric type. So it's nice to have Charizard there now. Flying representation as well as some fire representation. Yep. Okay, Feraligator. It's a really good Pokemon. Base stats, 85 HP, 105 attack, 100 defense, 78 speed, a little bit slow, kind of unfortunately slow, 79 special attack, which is also not great for a mono water Pokemon, 83 special defense, medium slow growth rate like all starters, then move pool. Level up stuff is not great, but it's okay. Scratch, Leer, Rage, and Water Gun to start. Bite at level 21, which is special, unfortunately. Slash at level 38, Screech at 47, and I don't think we're going to use Hydro Pump, but it does come at level 58. Through TM and HM, it gets this sort of standard water ice stuff that most water types get as coverage, but it also has some additions. Iron Tail, Earthquake, Dig, Mud Slap, Ice Punch, which is awesome, and Fury Cutter. Of course, we get access to Surf as well as the Tutor Ice Beam. Today is our puppy Ramona's first live stream. Nice, John. Yeah, Bite is the only move in the entire series that started physical, became special, and then switched back to physical. Do we call them bug types or Swords Dance types? That is true. It's basically like, that is another thing about the current Crystal tier list. Like, some of the top performers, at least up until now, have been Swords Dance users, Scizor and Scyther. I'm sure Farfetch'd is going to be up there somewhere in the S tier, also with Swords Dance, as well as Pinsir. So, Poliwrath Poliwhirl has Belly Drum, so that helps it. But Charizard and Kangaskhan don't have setup moves, and they were still fine. So it's not required to have a setup move. Setup moves are good, but they're not clearly putting out the absolute best results right now. Without a setup move on Feraligator, it's a little bit concerning. From my memory of this run when I played it previously, there was one battle that was difficult. Everything else was easy. Oh my gosh. Before I started the stream, I spilled a bunch of Dr. Pepper on myself. I was like, oh, let's go live. And then I clicked the mouse. I was moving it over to press start stream. And then I picked up Dr. Pepper and I was trying to do two things at once. And I just poured it all over myself. So anyways, I'm a little bit burpy now because I drank too much. Also, I didn't sleep very well, so if you say, are you tired, Scott? Yes, I am tired today. Forgot to put the music on. There's the music. Yeah, at least it wasn't my computer. When I was a kid, I had my first ever music composition lesson, and I was so excited about it, and then I got, the guy who was going to teach me composition, I got him an orange juice, I got myself an orange juice. Then in my excited and nervous stupor, I just knocked over the orange juice onto my laptop. It never recovered. The keys also never recovered. You'd press them and they'd stick down for a little while. They'd slowly come back up. kind of rough. Momo, I can't see my taskbar. That's not helpful. Alright, we're going to do one Feraligator playthrough. We'll do some optimization. Then we'll play another run and see how it goes. Okay, Momo, you want to hang out with us today? Yeah. Momo means peach, by the way. She's a peach color cat. Very cute. Good job. She likes to come and sit with me when I'm playing runs in the like late morning, early afternoon for some reason. Not at other times though. I wonder if there'll be roar shenanigans today. I don't know. I don't think roar is going to work quite the same way. Feraligator's typing is not nearly as good against red as Charizard's. Hi. Oh, she's doing slow blinks at me. Hi there. Obviously, we're going to pick... Oh, gotta say yes to Professor Elm. He's just very insistent. If you don't, he'll keep asking you the same question over again. Why would they even ask you a question? Just print the dialogue and don't get the player to do anything. I don't know. Okay, one thing about water types is that they don't really need a bespoke hidden power typing in most cases. And that's really the case with Feraligator. You might think that it would want to run Hidden Power Ice because you don't have a negative effect on your DVs, your HP, or your attack. Only your defense, and only by 2 points. However, it already gets Ice Punch, which has 5 more base power, the same accuracy, and a chance to freeze, so there's no reason to run Hidden Power Ice. And then what other kind of move would you want coverage for? Hidden Power Ground? Well, then you lose 3 attack and 8 HP. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Especially when you already have Dig and Earthquake. So Feraligator is this weird Pokemon where Hidden Power Dark and just not using Hidden Power at all during the playthrough ends up being the best choice, at least in my opinion. Yeah, and like Electric completely ruins your stats, so we don't want to run that either. Hey, Surge showed up on the list. That's cool. Hopefully he'll stick around till later in the video. Yesterday he disappeared. Churro is being really loud. My wife's like talking to him, then he's just like screaming back. Yeah, the splits list with the picture is a big upgrade aesthetically, I think. Yeah, the audio music player that Austin made has been... No! I didn't want to fight this person. That's fine. I really don't think we need optional battles. Someone remind me to take that out of the route when we're doing our optimization. We might need the bitter berry. Maybe will. If you still have the berry from the early fight, I think you can just skip the center in Violet City. Also, special move at this point in the game is pretty good. Hey, we kept the berry for that, so we can potion now. And then not use the berry for Rod, and then have the berry for Faulkner. Yeah, Electric's 1 HP, but 8 HP is... Or, yeah, 1 attack, but 8 HP is brutal. The way the game calculates the HP DV so that you don't have to store it in RAM to save space, because the ROM and everything, like, the size of the data that they had available to them on the Game Boy is very limited. So they calculate the HP DV instead of storing it somewhere. And they calculate it based on the... I think it's the least significant bit of the byte that stores the other DVs. So it ends up being the case if like your attack or your defense is even, then you lose out on values in your HP. Yeah, level 10. I know, medium slow is so good. It's so good in the early game. Oh, here he comes. The man, the myth, the legend. Churro. Or as we call him around the house, Chubby. Does anyone else have like 15 names for their pets? Like, Churro has like 15 names. When he looks really like, I don't know, like royal? I don't know if royal's the right term. I call him Chubius Caesar. Like, I don't know, it's really stupid. Anyways. Did we get Swift? Did we learn Swift? What if we don't learn Swift? That'd be funny. I'm gonna pick up Swift just in case of the Bayleaf. We might cut this from the run. No, we don't learn it. Okay, cool. Don't get that next time. How good is Hidden Power Fighting? No. No. Hidden Power Fighting is the worst. 12 attack, 12 defense. 3 HP. And that's for Hidden Power Fighting with 70 base power. Oh. Just Rage Bayleaf? I'm not sure what we're going to do against the Bayleaf. I think it's going to come in second after Ghastly, which is a little bit concerning. We might have to Rage it. Rage is really good in Generation 2, by the way. It doesn't raise your attack, but you can also stop using it whenever you want, and every time you get hit, it just increases a Rage counter. It's independent from other things. They changed it back to increasing your attack in Generation 3. It's gone through a lot of changes over the years as a move. Ugh. Yeah, we could also Fury Cutter it. That is another option. Do the Charizard play from yesterday. If you want to know how good Rage is in Generation 2, play Dunsparce. It starts with Rage, it's a decently bulky normal type, and Rage just flattens the early game. Really great. Feraligator would be so busted if it had a high special attack stat. Also, when I was a kid, I didn't realize that the thing sticking out behind Feraligator is one of its arms. I thought it was like something on its back or like its head. It's actually like some claws in its little arm. I get it now, but back then I didn't. Just look at it like, that's kind of strange. I wonder what that is. And I would always look at the art and just be like, I don't really see what it is. Yeah, I can't get Ice Punch for this rival. Ice Punch comes in Goldenrod City, so you have to clear the rival. This... Okay, so I haven't been picking up all the items because I'm trying to save time, and now we have to go back to the center. Because we got ridiculously unlucky with poison. I'm going to skip Benny. Might not be the best idea for the rival, we'll see. Missed String Shot? Okay. Kakuna. Oh, that crit's nice, but we're not doing enough damage. Very concerning. Oh! Let's go. Build my Rage. Metapod. Hopefully this doesn't poison me. Okay, well it didn't. Now if Fury Cutter attacks, Rage just stacks up and does more damage. Yeah, this is definitely the right choice. Easy. We can't Rage the rival though because he leads with Ghastly. And Rage does obviously no damage to ghost types. I made Rage a dark type move. That would have made it worse for Feraligator though. Glad they didn't. This music's so nostalgic. This is like very chill music. Yeah. Reminds me of being a kid going on vacation, playing Game Boy games. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna try it without Fury Cutter, and then we'll go to Fury Cutter if it's needed. I almost said Furry Cutter. Someone said that yesterday in the chat. Do we Rage this? I don't know how much is this Razor Leaf gonna do? It's gonna be brutal. Oh my gosh. Well, crits with that are good, but no, that's definitely not. Can try this. Maybe I should go Paralyzed Cure Berry. I don't really like setting this up against the Ghastly if I can avoid it, because it can break your combo with things like Paralysis Lick or Sleep. But we got 3 turns against it there. That's pretty good. Whoa. Alright, that's the solution. I guess Paralyzed Cure Berry. Basically the same strat that Charizard used there yesterday. I think I should be able to weaken this with Fury Cutter. It's really weak, so I can usually pull it off. Churro is running around with my wife right now. It's very cute. He's like, I don't know, kind of like a dog sometimes, where like he just like he gets possessed and then he'll like run up and like bounce up against your leg and like do a little like playful gesture, and then he'll want you to like run around, chase him around. It's very cute. And he like runs under the bed and hides, or like runs into a little tunnel, and then like you run into a different room, he'll like be like, "Where are you?" and then like run after you. Very sweet. This isn't what I thought cat ownership would be like. Don't teach Feraligator cut. How quickly am I expecting Feraligator to beat the game? I'm not sure. I think the first run is going to be really similar to Charizard's. Maybe let's say 111. I think the first run is going to be slightly faster than Charizard's first playthrough yesterday. Yeah, we'll go 111. That is if I don't get messed up by the one difficult trainer in this run. Is Roar the new meta? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be good for Feraligator. I thought about it earlier today. I did look at damage ranges though, and Feraligator is very similar to Charizard when it goes up against Red's Pikachu, with Earthquake easily getting the KO and it not really getting the KO very easily until a slightly higher level with Return. That's why I didn't buy Ice Punch right away, because I knew I needed to buy the Abra to teleport back to Goldenrod City after going north. Oop, don't forget this. This is like a massive time loss if you go over to Chuck's gym and you don't have Kenya. Oh yeah, I'll be good enough to get sub-hour with Mewtwo, but I don't know about other Pokemon. And sometimes it's not about skill. Like, I'm probably good enough to get sub-hour with a Pokemon like Kangaskhan or Charizard. I would have to work at it. Like, I'd have to play a lot of runs. In the case of getting good sub-hour times in Crystal, or like really good 30-minute times in Pokemon Yellow, it's really about grinding runs. You just need to put in a lot of play. And if I'm trying to beat 7 different games with every Pokemon, I can't necessarily do like 15 runs of each. Yeah. Go and watch the stream from yesterday if you think Charizard's bad in this game. Charizard is so good in this game. Guess we can teach Bite in the place of Fury Cutter. Like, Fury Cutter is sometimes useful for Whitney, but Bite is also pretty good for Morty. I don't know. Dig is good against Whitney. Headbutt is good against Whitney. We aren't faster than the Miltank, which is annoying, but we can just break the combo over and over with Dig. Now she's locked in and we win. I often find this is the case with a lot of Pokemon, but when you get to Whitney, you have like 6 different options as to ways, ways that you could make her easy. There's like a bunch of solutions. Like maybe you have Thunder Wave, maybe you have Dig, maybe you have flinches with Headbutt. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can do in order to make her easier. There aren't a lot of other gym leaders like that. Like Bugsy is too early into the game for it to really feel like you have a bunch of different options at that point of the game. We don't need Mud Slap. I gotta remember that Ice Punch is the 3rd one. Yeah, I'll probably have... Yeah, but if we don't... Like, we could unlearn Water Gun, I guess, for Whitney. And then we'll teach Surf after. That's probably the better choice. Just give up the same type of attack bonus move. Let one person in the comments riot. Oh no, we won't have Water Gun for this Flareon. That's okay. Dig one-shots. Does Surge really deserve a split? Yeah, I know. The software didn't think he did, so it removed him. Medium slow growth rate is so good. You gain like 3 levels inside of this location. Maybe it's 2. It's a lot. It always feels like a lot. I think you go in here at like 22 in a lot of cases and then come out at 25. The Surge is actually kind of good. In this game, compared to the other Kanto gym leaders. Like, he has a Magneton, and the Magneton's kind of scary, and he can paralyze you with a bunch of his Pokemon. So if you're not faster for some reason, he can get you. If you can't one-shot stuff, he can get you. He's not absolutely terrible. Okay. Ice Punch. Well, now I don't know. No, I want it. I definitely want it. Okay, Bite. So I was wrong about you. We're not going to have Bite. Obviously, we need Surf now. And we need Ice Punch for the Bayleaf, which is mandatory, and it's coming up next. And then Dig is physical damage for the ghosts instead of special damage. And it would be nice to have Bite, because if you're going to two-shot something like the Gengar, you can flinch with Bite turn 1, save a turn, instead of using Dig, and then win. But we're not going to have that. Any plans for Gold and Silver? I keep thinking about Gold and Silver and going like, should I play those games? And the answer always comes back to me, no. They're so similar to Crystal that it doesn't seem like... I don't really see how I can niche them out and make them a more interesting series. Like, this battle here against the rival is not mandatory in Gold and Silver, so you can just skip him. There's a little bit of dialogue that's different. In all of the games, you don't have to go and fight the legendary, so like the difference between like Suicune being in this game and other games, like there isn't really that as a difference. Yeah, like the games are just so similar. Crystal is not as... Like, Yellow is fundamentally a different game from Red and Blue because the teams are different and the levels are different and some of the learn sets, move sets are different. We don't have the same differentiation between Gold and Silver and Crystal. So in terms of... Yeah, Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald are more independent games. They're quite a bit different. So like, I think there is a world in which I play like one of Ruby or Sapphire as solo challenges, but I don't really think there is one where I play Gold and Silver. Okay, here we go. I kind of regret not just playing Ruby or something because the games are a lot shorter. You don't have to fight Steven either. It would be an easier experience for me. Oh, maybe we should Ice Punch that just in case we freeze first turn. Overall, though, Morty's really easy. Obviously, go to Chuck next. Dig was not a range for the Gengar. Oh, 2 hit. Only 1 hit if you crit. Biggest limitation for me is that unless I hire people to play the games, I can't actually just do like giant comparisons of like, I played Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald and compared one Pokemon between all 3 games. Like, okay, yeah, like, I could do that for, like, one Pokemon, but my time is limited and I have to choose what I do. And we've kind of reached the point of with the channel where all of the stuff that I don't have to do, I'm not doing. So I'm essentially just doing voiceover and just playing the game. That's it. And streaming. There's not a lot else for me to do. Sean and Egg are taking care of all the video editing, and I'm even like other people like Zelspawn are helping me with like optimization. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize you can do that. Oh, I learned a thing. I didn't realize that he just sells you stuff if you don't talk to Jasmine. I was trying to be so fast with Feraligator that I skipped the lighthouse. I don't need that training. I do need to go over there though. I don't remember if I healed. I think I skipped the heal. I would just teleport back if I hadn't. What's up, Scott? How's Feraligator doing? Oh, it's okay so far. So far, okay. Okay. My internet just disconnected. Entirely. Lucky I noticed it. Kind of weird. I haven't had this before. Hopefully it doesn't happen again today. Well, go on. Oh, burn. No Hydro Pump. You don't need Hydro Pump in this game. Hydro Pump's at level 58 too. Who are we gonna solve with it? Brock? Also, we're gonna get the Mystic Water. We're gonna get a type-based boost from Misty's badge. Surf is gonna be doing a lot of damage. Could one-shot Red's Charizard. Like, we don't need to. Okay, Chuck. Is he gonna lose like he did yesterday? Because I flinch him? It's just the damage ranges are so similar to Charizard's. 1 flinch, Hypnosis, Mint Berry, flinch 2, lose. Ta-da! Headbutt is so good against Chuck. Alright, now you got Fly. Yeah. So now we go to Cherry Grove City. We get the Mystic Water. Oh, I was like, that's like 4 tiles. I'll be fine. No, I'm not going to be fine. Alright, Mystic Water. 10% boost to Surf's damage. I think they spelled it Feraligator because they didn't have enough characters available within the Pokemon name, so they had to remove one. This rare candy costs more time than people think it does. Skipping it, it's like maybe 12 seconds or something to walk up here and cut the trees. Quite inefficient. You do get the waypoint for the lake though, so you can fly back to it. Oh, these wild encounters. I expect Charizard to do better. 2 flinches on the Gyarados, cool. I expect Feraligator to do better than Charizard. That, at least, like, that was my hypothesis initially, is that the water starters are going to be the best, fire are going to be second, and grass are going to be third. That said, after yesterday's performance with Charizard, I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, early Surf is huge for damage ranges throughout this section of the game. You essentially just one-shot absolutely everything. And we have good attack stats, so Headbutt is also just one-shotting pretty much everything. And we have Ice Punch, so we don't need to go and get Hidden Power, and we solve both Claire and Lance with it. That's another big advantage. The issues that Charizard has is like, or sorry, that Feraligator has, is its speed's not very good, which ends up being a problem against Pikachu and Espeon. The Charizard is also a problem, but in terms of speed, but as you can tell, the typing is not going to be an issue for Feraligator to manage. His hand gets tired holding it up like that all the time. Now while I'm looking at him, I'm like, the poor little guy, he's just hold that hand up. In this case, Headbutt's neutrally effective, so we can prevent the super effective text from scrolling if we just use that instead of going for Ice Punch. Last time I did not use Curse with Feraligator. I don't think we're going to need it. Might be wrong though. Everyone thinks that Curse is so good, and Curse really isn't that good. It's definitely used a lot in this game, but it's not used as much as people think it is. And there are a lot of alternatives. Swagger? Yeah, Swagger Roar or something. Was it Psych Up? Psych Up, yeah. That's a move that people have used before, but... I think Espeon, though, can learn Psych Up naturally, so then you can use it. I think that's the playthrough. There was someone who did it. Was it Snowy? Oh, Axu. Yeah. But the TM, the only way to get the TM is by transferring it from Generation 1. Like, you transfer an Abra, and then the Abra is holding the TM. The only way to get it in this game. Very weird. Oh, maybe it's Golduck. What I'm probably thinking of. No, he did Psych Up on Espeon. Okay, yeah. It lowered my speed, but I'm still faster. This is always the case with Price. The seal lowers your speed, and you're like, it doesn't matter. Ooh, Hypno gets it. That one would be fun to do. Hypno is a Pokemon that was so good in Generation 1, and they destroyed it when they split the special stat. Oh, sorry. Price needs to retire, I know, right? Yeah. I don't think I need a save for this. I'll black out if I lose. I'm pretty sure we just one-shot everything with Surf, yes. I haven't listened to the Pokemon cries in so long, so I don't know. The only one I remember is Jinx, because that one's terrifying. It's like really loud. Got like the Executor cry. Also a Aromatisse. Just like a screeching sound. Like, oh no. It both looks bad and sounds bad. Yeah, we're not using Hidden Power today. Dark for perfect stats. Water types like typically don't need Hidden Power. Unless they have some weird weakness because they have a secondary typing like Lantern. But I don't even know if it needed, if I was running it with Hidden Power or anything. I don't think so. Also, all these Pokemon water is neutral against, which is great. No extra text. In a lot of runs too, these Magnemite are really annoying. They take forever to knock out, or you have to use Dig, wasting extra turns, but we just one-shot all of them with Surf. Surf is like the move that in Generation 1, I don't like to teach it. It's good in a lot of cases, but I don't like to teach it because it constrains things and messes up your moves later into the game. And then in this game, it just becomes amazing. As soon as you get to Ecruteak City, just teach Surf. It's so good. No. That's so sad. I'm sorry that you experienced the body slam removal. Oh, 78% chance to one-shot that. Wow. It has a chance to survive. I don't want to use an Ether. I could save and use one, but I don't want to. Are we going to one-hit everything? Okay, 59% chance on the Weezing. Cool. After that, we're going to use Ice Punch because it has an 85.6% chance to one-shot. Come on, one hit. Let's go. Aww. Yeah. Did it. Did it. Alright, we only missed one of the damage ranges. The least favorable one. Wish that guy wasn't a predictable spinner. So annoying. Rival 4. Usually it's good to hit this thing with super effective damage. It likes to survive absolutely everything and then confuse you. I don't like it when that happens, so... Rose the Meganium, alright. Surf or Dig works there. Easy. So now we just got to manage our PP a little bit. Make sure that we're not using too much. Pace ourselves. Sure that we finish at the proper time. It is a beautiful thing when you run out right at the end of this area. And then you teach return in the place of headbutt. We might use some digs here. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to open the bag. This is probably fine with Ice Punch. Yeah, I'm gonna Ice Punch. We'll dig the Magmar. Save the Surf for the self-destructing Wheezing later. I'll Ice Punch these, Gloom. I actually can't one-hit them with anything else. 85% chance on headbutt. I don't think it's worth risking it. You get hit by like a stun spore and then you have to open the bag. Let's just see the super effective text. I can elixir, but then I have to open the bag, and I don't want to open the bag. I want to avoid opening the bag to save time. I don't think there's the weirdness of move animations in Gen 2. I don't think, at least. Look at my PP. Pretty good. Lined up pretty well. No. Yeah. Sorry. Being indecisive here. Gotta be careful about money. This is a bit of a weird playthrough because of that. Okay, we'll get return. Then go down here. Like I said, we gotta be careful about money. Sell the nuggets, sell the protein. Seems like we should probably use the protein, but no. 4 carbos. Keep the rest of money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Return. And place a headbutt to restore my PP. Keep going without a heal. Yeah, Ice Beam costs 80k. Correct. And it always gets pretty tight if you buy any vitamins. And you also want Ice Beam. You're not going to use the Amulet Coin. And you're not going to do optional battles. Yeah, that 4 Carbos is mapped out. I looked at the root file that I had previously from Feraligator for the last video. And I looked into the outspeeds on the Pikachu for red. Because I know that I'm going to be doing this finish at a lower level. Last time I finished red at level 73, and 73 is way too high. So I need a way to compensate for speed, because last time I didn't buy any vitamins. Yeah, the move tutors are usually a trap, but not in this case. 73 is not necessarily crazy overkill. 73 ensures that you outspeed the Espeon. 2, 3. The Espeon does 50% damage to Feraligator. It is very, very good. And if you don't outspeed it, then it'll just two-shot you. Found out the other day when I'm playing Porygon that if you don't use the repel on the ice, you can't encounter Pokemon when you're on the ice, by the way. But if you don't use the repel when you're on the ice, the first tile when you step off the ice can generate an encounter. I have always just not repelled until I got off the ice so that the repel lasts a little longer. But then I got the encounter and I'm like, alright, I guess I'll just repel when I'm on the ice so that I can't get that encounter anymore. We need rest. Very important. Did you have it and compare it to its evolution? I'm not sure what you mean by its evolution. Hey, buddy. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, dude. There's no way we can get to red at level 60. Like, our growth rate alone is we're gonna be like 63 by the time we get there. I guess we could just skip like every rare candy and not use rare candies. I'm like minimum rare candies using them right before blue, or I'm like 7 or 8 rare candies using them right before blue, and I'm level 69. Okay, actually kind of an unfortunate damage range here until we level up 92.8%, but it's good enough. Oh yeah, Porygon and Porygon 2, it'll be in the same video. I played Porygon yesterday, I played Porygon 2 this morning to warm up for this stream. Well, we're fine. Double smokescreen there could have been very annoying if she hyper potions. The Kingdra has a chance to survive. Roughly a 9% chance to survive 2 returns. Could use Pink Bow, but I skipped it. Yeah, Porygon 2 is pretty cool. Porygon, the line... I'm going to have a tagline for the video, which will be the title, which is like, the Pokemon that get all the tools but still have a bad time. Get all this cool stuff that really helps a bunch of other Pokemon, and then like they still got some flaws. I could do a backport for Porygon Z. Maybe I should do that as well. I'll just sneak it in there at the end like I did with the Cleavor. I remember when navigating the overworld was so difficult. 5 years ago, just trying to do a challenge, I'm like bumping into doors for like 15 seconds. Sometimes that still happens, but overall the overworlding now is a lot cleaner than it used to be. Like I don't even need to bonk there, you can only go one step over and dodge that guy as a trainer. Whenever I do races with Steve and speed. That one guy, or the one lady down there who has Pikachu and Blastoise, she like always catches me. It's painful. They don't turn off spinners. And when I like play other people's rules, I just like I'm not like, I'll play whatever I think is like whatever the format is. The format demands of me. I just play this because I think it's more accurate for ranking in the tier list. It feels really satisfying when you're locked in walking the overworld. Yeah, it feels to me similar to when I'm playing StarCraft and I like hit my build order perfectly. And just every single thing happens exactly as it should, beautifully lined up. It's like, oh, that's why I play StarCraft. I don't play StarCraft because it's like a fun competitive game. I'm like, I just want my build order to line up perfectly. I think that's why this is now my job. Because I don't think everyone's like that. Yeah, Surf 1 hits the Magneton. I could also use Surf on it. It didn't look. I didn't want to chance it and get paralyzed. We could never melt ice at this point. I think we can also remove the amulet coin. I think we've done enough of the run with the amulet coin. We're going to have a ton of over money in this playthrough. Yeah, never melt ice would help the damage range there. This is a 2-hit. I'm not a huge fan of these damage ranges after the 23%. Nope. Skipping the Moo Moo Nugget sometimes means you can't buy enough repels. That's why I get it. To ensure that I can buy my repels. That reflect is so frustrating. Just stall it out with dig. So glad he doesn't heal the Slowbro. Alright, Never Melt Ice really helped here. That's a 78% roll. We got the downside, didn't get it. Ugh. Hey, Snowy. Yeah, Electabuzz. Electric types are not actually that bad in this game. I give electric types a really hard time because they're usually just terrible in solo challenges. But yeah, in this game they're pretty decent because there's no ground type specialist in Gen 2. It's supposed to be blue, but of course blue's not a ground type specialist. Yeah, Snowy, have you seen the Charizard stream? It was so good yesterday. It's wild. Snowy, you should try Charizard. I want to see the sub-hour Charizard. It's possible. I know it's possible. Also, you won't have to suffer. It's not that bad. It doesn't require that much luck to do it, I don't think. It's really a consistent Pokemon. We found the funniest, most consistent red strategy that involves Roar. I might want the Pink Bow for this fight for better physical damage because return is typically a lot better against the Hitmons. Yeah, this is a 2-shot. Not great. But... oh, don't do that. Okay, cool. What were the odds with Whitney? We 2-shot with Fire Punch. It's absolutely simple. It's guarantee on Whitney. I don't think there's any way she can win other than metronoming something like a move that will like freeze Charizard or something. I don't know. Rock Slide? Maybe Metronome Rock Slide would knock out Charizard. I have to run damage ranges on that, but I don't think it would. Should not do that. Don't do that. This damage range is bad. This is a 3-hit on the Umbreon, and it fails Sand Attack twice. Okay, let's go. In it to win it, Feraligator. Oh, we got Stun Spored. Okay, that's not good. Just Paralysis don't activate. We should be fine. So far, so good. One more. One more. 75%. Got it. Thunder might also do it. Yeah, maybe Thunder. I could see Thunder. But yeah, we 2-shot the Clefairy and we 2-shot the Miltank, so... Charizard didn't have any problems there. We gotta switch back to Never Melt Ice. Our special attack is not nearly good enough to run Mystic Water through this. Yeah, Karen is always a threat, even if you have a really good strategy. The only way to make her fully consistent is one-shot both the Vileplume and the Umbreon. Then you avoid Sand Attack and Stun Spore. Or you one-shot the Umbreon and then have a Paralyzed Cure Berry for the, Oh! I didn't realize that. It could survive. Okay. Would you maybe try risking Blizzard over Ice Punch for damage ranges? No. I don't think Blizzard is a good move in Gen 2. It's good in Gen 1, but it's not good in this game. 70% accuracy, you have to buy it from the game corner. It costs 110,000 coins. We might end up using it in today's playthrough for damage ranges, but we also get Ice Beam. Ice Beam's pretty good. Oh my gosh. Remember when I said we probably have way too much money? We have exactly enough money to get Ice Beam. This is critical for Feraligator. You cannot skip Ice Beam. The Venusaur will destroy you. Yeah, now 10 minutes of Kanto, I know. This is the boring part of the run. If you have questions about me, ask me anything. That kind of thing. I won't answer anything, but I will do my best. My favorite part in the run, right here. This tickles my brain in the perfect way. I love this sequence until we get to Celadon City. It's so beautiful. Look at this, you just open that and then your cursor is already on the Abra and you can teleport back. Beautiful. Excited for Switch 2 and Donkey Kong game? I'm not really excited for the Switch 2. I'm starting to get that feeling, like with the Switch 1, I was really happy to buy all the Pokemon games because it's a franchise I've always loved and I've wanted to support. And then, like, Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet are probably my two least favorite Pokemon games of all time. Legends Arceus was really good. My wife really enjoyed that game. It was fine for me. It wasn't, like, revolutionary. Whereas I think for some people it was, like, the best game ever. So, like, I don't think I'm going to get a Switch 2 right away, because I have no intention of making content with it right away, and we shouldn't need this. This theme is so good. So good. By the way, the groupings at the beginning of this are in 7. Really great. Why it sounds so frantic at the beginning of the track. Love it when musicians do weird things. It's like groups of 7 beats. But it's not quite, because it's in 4-4, but it's not quite lined up with the bar. We should be, let's just one hit everything. What are your top 3 music tracks? That one, Kanto Gym Battle in Gen 2, which is why I use it for red in my videos, because I think it's the most intense Gen 2 track. The Champion Battle from Gen 1. Those are... Oh, the Elite Four Battle and the Champion Battle from Sun and Moon. No. Oh gosh, this is a hard question. There's a lot of good tracks. Those ones are good, but I also am thinking about the Gen 8 Gym Leader Battle. Might be one of the best tracks of all time from a Pokemon game. It's so good. Bow, bow, oh, that track's so good. It's so good. There's like the whole stadium is going. Oh, if only the rest of those games was just as amazing as that track. Oh, I love that track. Oh, you know another really good track? It's like the Team Star Grunt theme. That track goes hard. It's just a random grunt, but I'd just be like chilling listening to their track because it's so good. The AI recap says I'm discussing our favorite cheeses. That's amazing. Oh, I love that. Thank you, AI. Making the world a better place. One incorrect summary at a time. Oh yeah, the Hall of Fame theme, that theme, not like the specific track when because it gets like remixed in every game, but like the da na na da na 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 na, that's really good. I really like that. Who's your next solo playthrough? We're doing Feraligator right now. The next one after this weekend, we're going to do Swellow in Pokemon Emerald. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Jazz. I'm gonna Ether. It's not entirely true though. I really like Jazz when it's live, but I don't find myself like, from an aesthetic point of view, like I don't find myself drawn to it. I'm like I grew up watching like the Star Wars movies and stuff like that, so because of that, I got into orchestral music and writing orchestral music, and that was like the thing that I did kind of before this. So writing orchestral music, I was really inspired by people like John Williams and then a bunch of classical music, so... Oops, gotta remember the machine part. Don't forget the machine part. Go. Love your content, man. My favorite PokeTuber. Oh! Thank you, Christian. Crazy to see how far you've come in the last 5 years. Ugh. Well, J. Rose Smith and oh gosh, Wolfie, those are that's some high praise to be listed alongside those people. Not doing many yellow challenges recently. What? Well, we're doing tons of yellow playthroughs recently. I guess there's a perspective with releases that I'm not doing very many yellow playthroughs, but I played like Nidoran male, Nidoran female, Nidorino, Nidorina, and then Nidoking behind the scenes over the last like week, so, and Dragonair. So we're still doing the yellow playthroughs, but it takes time to accumulate enough to release, especially when I'm doing big videos. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I like the versus videos more. It's like, yeah, it takes me like 3 weeks to put one together. I haven't done any Gen 5 stuff yet. Latest gen that I've played on the channel is Gen 4. We're not going to learn Hydro Pump. Streams greater than versus vids. Okay, well that's amazing. These take a lot less of my soul. I did a Volcanion backport in Pokemon Emerald last year. So the versus videos, because people like the Pokemon that they like and they want their Pokemon to perform really well, the comments on the versus videos tend to be a lot more hypercritical than the comments on my solo videos. And so I just noticed that sometimes emotionally it's a little bit harder for me to make a versus video. Because I want to do my best. I want to perform really well with each Pokemon if I can. But, like, I'm a human, I'm going to make mistakes. Sometimes I evaluate things wrong. I don't take the right path. And it's disappointing working for, like, a bunch of weeks and putting a bunch of your heart and soul into something, and then people are just like, actually, you played terribly with Charizard. Oh, okay. Infinity Kick says, I would rank Gen 7 way under Scarlet and Violet. For replayability maybe, but I think the story in Gen 7 and the Pokemon introduced in Gen 7 are so much better. I think Gen 7 might have the best, like, campaign to play the first time through in a Pokemon game. Because, like, there is no story basically in Gen 1 or 2. Emerald is pretty good. Platinum is kind of goofy. I don't think it's as good. I think Black and White is second. I don't like X and Y. Those games, I really liked them when they came out. They were amazing to get me back into the series, but I'm not really a big fan of them anymore. But Gen 7, love it. Don't want to replay it though. I can do without all those cutscenes. Can we just have a button that skips the cutscenes? The game would be like so much more replayable if we could just skip the cutscenes. Seems so simple. Okay, we might beat Charizard's first playthrough time from yesterday. With this run, we're flying. That said, I don't know, by flying I mean we're not flying, we're a water type. Feraligator's definitely got both of his feet on the ground, or in the swamp. I think Feraligator and Swampert are friends. Blastoise could be too. All of them, they could all hang out together. Not Empoleon though, he's not invited. Alright. What did I skip? What did I skip? What did I skip? What did I... What? I think I got the Vermilion candy. I had 6. Damrot's an otter. I think it could hang out in a swamp. No. No, I intentionally skipped Whirl Islands. That one's slow. Whirl Islands and Mount Mortar are the ones that I don't want to get. Did I forget the one by Dennis? Maybe Cinnabar Island? Vermilion City? I could see myself forgetting all of those. I should have had 7 at that point. Should have had 1 more. This is the 8th one. Just a second, I'm gonna pause. I want to figure it out. Dennis, Lake of Rage, Goldenrod City, Newbark Town. That's for a Violet City, Vermilion City, Cinnabar Island. What? Lake of Rage, Violet City, Goldenrod. Oh wait. No, I didn't get Violet City. I didn't get Violet City. The one I didn't get is Violet City. Mount Mortar is like 19 seconds. Whirl Islands is like 24. Or 29. Mount Mortar is definitely faster. But it's slower, I think, than people think. This should be fine. I think 68 is fine. I don't think we need to outspeed the Espeon. We won't outspeed the Espeon even if we get the 1 extra candy. Let me just think. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Aw. Really repel. Almost messed that up. Maybe I should wait to teach the rest in the place of dig so that I can use dig to get out if I mess it up. Red. Oh, we got the bad roll. It deletes us if we get hit by that, by the way. This is the risk that I am taking in this playthrough. The old playthrough that I had, in this case at 68, I am risking damage range on both the Pikachu and on the Venusaur. But if you go up to 70, it gets a little bit more consistent, and then it gets very consistent at 73. But this is not basically not possible with Ice Punch. Look at that. Just... Oh, well, we lived it. Cool. But we're gonna die now. Yep. Yeah, Surf does less than return, correct. We have to... 35% chance with Surf, 86% chance with return on the Pikachu. Wow, we were just really not rolling what we need here. Maybe the 1 candy is a good idea. Yeah, this is why I said earlier, like, we could use Blizzard in this run. Ah. The pain of the special defense drop. So when I played this previously, I went for the most consistent strategy, which was 73 with this strat. Then things here are basically so simple. You also outspeed the Espeon, so a lot of things get way better. Alright. I hate you. Turn 1 Snorlax crit. Great. Stop dropping my special defense. Yes, Rain Dance weakens Solar Beam to 50% damage. That is terrible. Didn't heal. It's gonna heal while we're sleeping though. Yeah. Another reason the higher level is better. Nah, 68 works. Look, we're about to do it. Yeah, if he crits though, we're like, we're pretty dead. Also, the damage ranges here are just like a little bit too bad. One 12, 13. 13 resets. Level 69. Whew. Now I made a mistake yesterday and I forgot to take a screenshot of Charizard's first run. So let me find out what it was. Earthquake to Pikachu, then Roar. Okay. What was its first playthrough time? That's a great match. Charizard's first playthrough time yesterday was 1:12:24. So Feraligator in the first playthrough back is still faster than Charizard, but by 11 seconds. Yeah, Earthquake's not very good for Feraligator, though. It doesn't really help with anything throughout the run. I think I should just skip it in total. Oh, you fought an extra. Thank you, Caitlin. I'll take that out. I gotta save the route and stuff once again. Delete Dawn. Let's do it. Okay, let's find Dawn. Delete him. Out of here, Dawn. Gotta stop recording the replay. Okay. Let's look at this. See what we can figure out. We'll do a bunch of tests. Everyone's gonna say, why is the timer not working? And to that I say, I've said that before. Okay. Alright. So, red is a challenge because the damage ranges are not very good for Feraligator, and there's not really a good way to set up other than using Curse. I do think that if we can one-shot the Pikachu, so like, if we go to a lower level, so like say I don't get these rare candies and we just fight him like 61, we can't one-shot the Pikachu with return. However, it is possible that we may be able to use Earthquake for this fight in the same way that Charizard did to one-shot the Pikachu even without return. The problem that I ran into before, because I really wanted to use the Curse Protect strategy on the Venusaur, the problem I ran into before is that it just sets up Sunny Day and then one-shots you with Solar Beam. And I didn't know how to get around the one-shot with Solar Beam until I figured out that Ice Beam has the roll to knock out the Venusaur in 2 hits. And then I was like, okay, so we'll just get Ice Beam, and then we'll 2-shot the Venusaur, and then after we 2-shot the Venusaur, then we're good. We could also play the Roar strategy, where we roar out the Venusaur, we bring in something like the Blastoise, the Charizard, or the Snorlax. One of those 3 Pokemon will give us a chance to then set up Curse and sweep everything else. There also might be something else that I'm not... Okay, so here's something else that I may have got stuck in last time with the way that I approached the runs. So previously, I was going to come into this fight at 73, like I said. So we'll go all the way up past all the other levels to 73. There's 73. One-shot Pikachu consistently with return. Consistently, you see the lowest damage roll, 52% on Ice Beam. We go down, this becomes slightly less consistent, and I'm like, before it was like perfect consistency. 73, 2-shot Venusaur, outspeed Espeon, 2-shot, and then from there, 3-shot guarantee on Snorlax, which we didn't have last time, 3-shot on Blastoise, and 2-shot with the upside for 1-shot on Charizard. This all felt consistent enough. What's wrong with Axu's idea to protect Solar Beam Curse? I'm explaining that currently, Zealous Pond. We're getting there. We're getting there. So, previously, I was fighting at level 73, the Venusaur. Look at Solar Beam's damage range, and I used to think that this was like an advantage for Feraligator. I'm like, okay, so it's nice that Solar Beam can never KO us, but it's never gonna Solar Beam because we're gonna 2-shot with Ice Beam. But the fact that Solar Beam never KOs is probably making Venusaur look at Sunny Day and go, hey, I should set up because I don't have a move that's gonna KO. So if we go to a lower level, where, for example, Solar Beam always KOs, then I think the likelihood of it setting up Sunny Day is almost 0. It might be 0 if we can get Solar Beam to always KO us. So at the lower level, we will not 2-shot though, but then we can use Protect. And that gives us the chance then to alternate Curse and Protect, and then 1-shot with Return. And Venusaur is always going to come in second because he looks at type effectiveness of his moves and goes, which moves are super effective? Just from a type effectiveness perspective. He's going to see grass moves and go, oh, Venusaur needs to go in next, no matter what. So we always know if we can one-shot the Pikachu, which we can with Earthquake, then Venusaur is going to come out and we can one-shot it. So we could run something like Curse, Protect, Earthquake, Return. Yeah, so it just needs to be able to kill us with a max roll. Nice. I don't know, when it does the damage test, does it always roll max roll? Snowy, are you still there? Because I don't know if it always rolls the max roll. I thought it was just like random within the range. In which case, we need to ensure that the minimum range. No, not Hydro Pump. No. Terrible idea. Earthquake. Okay. Another constraint here is that we can't go that much lower in terms of levels because the Pikachu is going to start outspeeding us. We underspeed the Pikachu at 64. So, like, we can't underspeed the Pikachu. Underspeeding the Pikachu is a silly idea. Thunder does 67 to 80% damage. Great idea. We don't have to pick up Earthquake. Yeah, okay. 65. I think minimum level is 65 to outspeed the Pikachu, but we could potentially use more Carbos. Because last time, if we're... Yeah, buddy. What's up, dude? Yeah, buddy. Last time we purchased 4 Carbos, but we could purchase up to 7 Carbos. And all of them will be effective. Because we were doing so few battles up until that point. So then if we do 7 Carbos, we outspeed the Pikachu until 64. So that's 1 level lower. Yeah, 65 seems easy to get. Yeah, I'm actually concerned about over-leveling here and then messing up the Solar Beam damage range. When the AI does damage tests, it always tests with max rolls. Okay, good to know. So we need to ensure that the max roll on Solar Beam will always one-shot Feraligator. That's why it sometimes uses moves and then doesn't knock you out. I get it. It sees the max roll knocks out, but then it gets a minimum roll or a mid roll or something, and then it doesn't get you. We have to pick up items to sell. We're not picking up items to sell. We're just selling the stuff that's like in a normal place. Or we're like, okay, like a nugget or something, but like, yeah. So we can do it at 64, but we probably, like, we just want to be careful of the max roll on Solar Beam. Like, but the max roll on Solar Beam is going to KO us really until the level that I ran last time, 73. So I was probably testing at 73 because the damage range on Ice Beam was good, and then I realized, like, Venusaur sometimes go for Sunny Day, and then I built the logical case for, like, well, it's going to go for Sunny Day, and that's going to mess me up. So I need to two-shot with Ice Beam, but I don't actually need to two-shot with Ice Beam. I just fight it at a lower level. And then we don't care about Ice Beam. We actually might not run Ice Beam at all anymore because then it's just wasted time going to the game corner, buying coins, getting the amulet coin, putting the amulet coin on Feraligator. Don't think about those things. We can just literally fight the Venusaur with Curse. We will have to pick up Protect then. We also don't have to get Rest if we can run this. Protect over Ice Beam. Well, I think we want to go to the move deleter then and get rid of Surf. Okay, so Earthquake is going to confidently one-shot the Pikachu. And then, how many curses do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is pretty good, but 6 is beautiful. 6 is perfect at 65. When does 6 not? Okay, so 61 is not great. We're going to be higher than this, obviously. 63. Okay, so 63 is the threshold to get 1 hits with Curse on everything, but we underspeed the Pikachu, so we need to be 64. And we're going to have extra candies, so we're probably just going to be like 65 to 68 for the final battle. We don't have to be that precise about it, because I think Solar Beam is going to get us. If we're 65, Solar Beam is still going to get us, and it's still going to get us at 66. Yeah, so we're still going to get Solar Beamed. We're going to test this. Okay, load replay. Oh, we gotta get to the place before I use the candies, which is like before blue. I'll have to play a small portion of the game. All right, we gotta catch up from here. Let's just see if we can do this at 60. We may be able to like start cutting candies that are ordinarily fine to pick up, like the Lake of Rage candy, but then we'll just skip it because it'll save time. The Poke Fan Club candy, that saves like 25 seconds right there, just skipping those two. Yeah, we're faster than that. Nice. Feraligator slow boy, but able to do it there. Hey, look, it's Zealous Pawn's favorite move. Oh. I don't like this. I think we Ice Beam one of these hits so that he doesn't full restore. Maybe the first one. Yeah, the first one. Okay. Well, he can't now because he Hyper Beamed. Okay, so this fight's really easy even at level 60. Yeah, skipping Lake of Rage candy seems good since we don't need hidden power. Exactly. The Zealous Pawn moveset is like Fire Blast, Thunder, Blizzard, Hydro Pump. With the option of using Fissure instead of one of them. My moveset is like Rest, Sleep, Talk. Rest, Sleep, Talk, Swift. I will never miss. I will always heal. Like throw in Heal Bell or something for good measure. This candy here is like 8 or 9 seconds, I think, but we can also skip it. Because like we're 61 now. So we need some carbos here. Oops, Kenya got a Carbos. Oh, we can't add the Carbos there. Speed 35, 791. And that's what level are we at after that? After 4 candies. We're gonna be level, I'm gonna try 64. I just wanna see what 64 is like. 1, 2. Okay, and then I'm gonna set my EVs to the correct values. Speed would be 35, 791. And then we'll deposit Feraligator and withdraw Feraligator. And that will reset the DBs. They get recalculated. Stats are not saved when the Pokemon is in the PC, so if you deposit and withdraw or level up or use a vitamin, then the stats are recalculated. See, my speed stat's higher now. What's with Pikachu's speed? Okay, it's 171, so yeah, we do have more speed now. Oh, I deleted all my super repels. There we go. Got more super repels back. Okay, now let's adjust the moveset. So what we're gonna run? We're gonna run Earthquake, Return, Burst, Protect. Let's see if it works. This is really good. Oh my gosh. That the reflect there is annoying. This Snorlax is it's gonna survive. No, I'm gonna crit. Sweet. This is gonna survive. Yeah, it turns out you only need Roar if he sends in a Pokemon that's annoying second. But in this case, he sends in the perfect Pokemon second, the Venusaur. Venusaur is like what's a Pokemon? Numel. Flannery's Numel, the perfect Pokemon to set up on. It's just trash. If you have a setup move, just set up against it, then sweep her team. What's another perfect Pokemon to set up? There's a lot in Emerald. Phoebe's Dusclops. It loves to use Protect on turn 1. Glacia's Celio. It loves to use Hail first turn. All of the Mighty Yenna, which just like to go for things like Sand Attack. Shelgon on Drake's team. Spiritomb in Platinum, yeah. Juan's Love Disc, yeah. Norman's Spinda. Yeah. So in this case, Red really feels like the Venusaur is that Pokemon. Sometimes the Pikachu. Those are like the two. Sometimes Snorlax as well, but it's always sketchy because if it crits you, it gets you, and I don't like that. But you can set up really consistently on the Venusaur. You can also set up really consistently. Yeah. Can we look at blue ranges with Ice Punch? Yeah, of course. They should be fine. The Pidgeot, like, okay, Ice Beam, so like, let's overwrite it. Let's actually just take out Ice Beam. Turning Ice Beam, remove that. Go back to blue. And then blue, two-shot Executor. It's fine. Totally fine. Erica's just bad. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. This is the Blossom's gonna go for Solar Beam. Or it's gonna go for Sunny Day Solar Beam. In both cases, we win. This is the thing about Johto, which is very different from Generation 1. Generation 2, the Pokemon are all just kind of bad. So, like, because everything's at such a low level, you don't really need that good of moves. Like, it's like, yeah, like Ice Punch is good enough. Like, why would I go and get... A lot of times it's like, why would I go to the move tutor to get Ice Beam? That's usually the case. The only reason, if you want to be consistent at level 73, you do need Ice Beam, because you have to two-shot the Venusaur. Otherwise, he does get you. Going to do so much damage with... what's it called? Then you're going to two-shot the Espeon. The Espeon's just going to knock you out. What was that? Arcanine? Does it survive? No, it's fine. Just barely. This damage range here, I think return Ice Punch, return. Ice Punch doing less damage to the Gyarados is an advantage because then he is not going to heal it with a full restore. That's my catcher. Gen 2 is the game where every gym leader is bad. Yeah. I was hoping we would want Hydro Pump for it. No. Maybe a Pokemon like Suicune might run Hydro Pump. I wonder about that. Maybe never pick up leftovers. Yeah, you're probably right about that. You know, leftovers, some people have commented this on my videos, and I think they're all really smart. Equipping the leftovers when you don't need them to win wastes so much time, because every turn it heals your health, moves the HP bar, prints text. And you have to open the inventory, you have to pick them up, you have to go, like, you have to walk, you have to see the text of grabbing the item, you have to open the inventory, you have to give it to your Pokemon. Then in battles, every subsequent battle, wasting time. So, like, I think in this case, we should not get that. Oh, does Dig one-shot the Pikachu? Well, let's take away the curses. Then we can go back to Dig and we can check. Because, yeah, maybe we can just use Dig and never get Earthquake, which would be really nice. Yeah, beautiful. Dig. Wait. This is great. Feraligator is great. Look at the low damage roll on Dig 2. 106% damage. Yeah, this is at 65. What if we go down? It's still fine. Don't worry. 101. 64, 101. And we just outspeed the Pikachu. If we do 63, we underspeed, but Dig still one-shots. So 64 feels like the beautiful range where it's just like we're going to get the Pikachu every time. We're going to outspeed it. But if we underspeed it, I think then things get super sketchy. If we underspeed, we can still win, and we can do this with Feraligator. but we just have to dodge a charm or dodge a thunder. So like it's not really the end of the world if we do a lower level. I have another question about this though, which is when do we use the candies? Because we may be able to create that, like when I say before, like there's compounding benefits to training earlier into the playthrough. In this case, are there compounding benefits to using the rare candies earlier into the run? So if we have like 5 candies before Will, which is pretty common, without cutting candies, but even if we had 3, like if we use them before Will, who is sort of sketchy, can we improve the damage ranges here and then just like have no problems and one-shot way more Pokemon? So let's look through these damage ranges. 2-shot on Executor. That could be converted very fast. Like, whoa, 2 candies there before Will is big change on the Executor. That might prevent the Reflect, which will massively change this battle. No, yeah, but yeah, sure. There's 2 hit chance on this Slowbro, but also the Slowbros might just go for Curse, and then we're sad. I don't know if it's determining that based on type. Like Pokemon like Claydol on Steven's team in Generation 3, they look at your typing and they go like, "Oh, you're a physical typing, like Poison. I should use Reflect." And then you're like a Gulpin, and you're using only special moves, and then the Claydol's like, "Hey, Reflect," and you're like, "That's fine." Oh, one shot. That's at 50. That's with max candy. Like, what if we do max candy? Like, how overleveled are we with max candy? So 5 candies. Red. I'm not obviously getting the Whirl Islands candy and the Mount Mortar candy because they're just ridiculous. Alright, that gives 64 for red. 5 candies before Will. Level 63 for blue. Guaranteed 2-shot on the Gyarados. We have to be careful about skipping the Moo Nugget because we need the vitamins. We are using 7 Carbos at the current time to get the outspeed on the Pikachu at this level. If we drop down to lower Carbos, then we will need a higher level. We underspeed the Pikachu. We outspeed at 65. So I don't think skipping is a good idea. The other option is just we don't candy. If I had infinite runs, how would I play this? I would probably skip Rage Candy because like the Rage Candy is slow. The Lighthouse Candy is like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, so... No, we checked ranges at 64. Yeah, 64 is fine. You need 63. 63 is the one that gives us... 63 gives us a dig and a return with 6. 64 is outspeed on Pikachu with 7 Carbos in Department Store. And then 65 is just damage rounding threshold. I don't know. We don't need 65. 65 is when the levels get excessive. And then 73 is when the Solar Beam stops one-shotting and the Venusaur starts going for Sunny Day, which destabilizes the battle hilariously. Sometimes this is the case, and people don't realize this in these solo challenges, that if you over-level, you actually make the challenge harder on yourself. Like, sometimes your damage range gets a little bit better, and then, like, the trainer starts using full restores on the Pokemon. Like, oh, if I was, like, a level lower, I would not get that damage range. They wouldn't use the full restore. I would 2-shot, and the battle would be easy. That happens quite a bit to me in Emerald, where I'm like, oh, I think I overleveled for Steven Stone, and now he just full restores this thing 5 times, and I'm sad. 4 times he only has 4 full restores. But I'm being hyperbolic because it's frustrating. When it's like, Skarmory? Oh yeah, I'm gonna like full restore this thing like 4 times, and then it's gonna Steel Wing once every time and get a defense boost every single time because that's what the Skarmory does. It's brutal. I don't know why. Yeah, Cinnabar Candy is better than 7 Carbos. Okay, let's just take away the Carbos. So we're going to go 0 Carbos now. We're going to see what level we need to outspeed the Pikachu. With 0 Carbos, we need level 68 to outspeed the Pikachu. What candies are acceptable to get? Lighthouse candy is acceptable to get. Cinnabar candy is acceptable to get. I think the one, like, before the Elite Four is acceptable to get. That one's, like, pretty quick. Okay, let's, vitamins, let's do, like, what I did for this playthrough was 4 Carbos. Let's see what that does. I think it was... We outspeeded 65. 65. Outspeeded 65. And use rare candy. Take those 4 away. So if we get 3 candies... Underspeed. So when I got the Carbos last time, I had enough money to buy 7. Did you remember that? I had enough money to buy 7. We can go back through the footage and look at it. Like, I could have bought 7 Carbos when I was at the department store. I just didn't buy 7 Carbos because I thought I needed to save the money for Ice Beam. But it's like literally a quarter second to buy 3 more Carbos, and maybe half a second to use 3 more Carbos. You went further out of your way to acquire nuggets. What? I don't really agree. Like, I went out of my way to, like, the one nugget in Rocket Hideout, you literally turn on the spot to pick it up. The other nugget is 2 steps in front of 1 rare candy. The other nugget in the Moo Moo patch is literally, like, 7 steps lower than the Mint Berry. And I'm gonna run the Mint Berry against Chuck because getting hit by Hypnosis and then losing when you have a 4-hit range with Headbutt on the Poliwrath is just not... That doesn't make any sense. I sold 1 protein, but the protein is like 7 steps off the main path in the Rocket Hideout. Like, I didn't really go out of my way to pick up high-priced items in this playthrough. I just picked up the items that are, like, fairly expensive that are along the regular path. Obviously we can save time by cutting those, but I don't think the time save by cutting those is going to be that significant. Like, Moo Moo Nugget. I think you did invent the Moo Moo Nugget. I'll give it to you. What if we did 5? And then we don't have to, like, push quite as much. We can just skip some stuff. Speed tie. 5 is a speed tie at 64. And 64 is 3 candies. I kind of want 2 candies before Will. Will was like a little sketchy, and I feel like getting the Lighthouse candy and the candy before the League can give me 2 levels before Will, which dramatically transforms the Executor range, and I think that that's worth it. 100%. And then in Kanto, we're going to pick up at least 1 candy, which is going to be the Cinnabar candy. That candy's very fast. We could also pick up the, like, the Poke Fan Club candy. I don't like that candy that much, but, like, we're getting to the place where it's like, do we get that one or the one at the Lake of Rage? Obviously, we get the Poke Fan Club candy if we're going to get that one. So then we would do 2 candies before... Oh, it's a speed tie at 64. So then we have to use 6 Carbos. 4 candies, 6 Carbos. Goldenrod candy is pretty quick. Oh yeah, we could just do Goldenrod candy. It also gives us a nugget. Oh, still a tie. Ha! So, 7 Carbos. How about that? Everyone. Look at that. The solution here might actually just be like 6 Carbos and 1 more candy, because if we go and get the Goldenrod candy, we outspeed, we get to 65, and then we just win. Right? And then, like, maybe we have a 7th Carbos, and we... I don't know, like, if we do level 65 and we get that extra candy, like, can we go to like 4 Carbos and then still be fine at 65? I don't think so. I think we have to go. Yeah, we can actually. So with 4 Carbos, we only need 4 Carbos, and then we can just get 1 extra candy. That's 5 candies. 5 candies is low. That's half of the available candies in the game. Four outspeeds at 65. Yeah. 3 underspeeds. 4 outspeeds at 65. Yeah. If we get an extra Carbos, we feed it to Kenya. Yeah. I do that a lot, actually, accidentally, where you just like open the inventory quickly and it's like, oh, my HM user just got that one. Yeah, so 4 at 65 or 7 at 64. And the tension here is that to get the 7 Carbos, I probably need to go south of Goldenrod City and pick up the nugget there alongside the rare candy. And then if I'm going down and I'm getting an additional rare candy there, like I guess I could skip the Poke Fan Club candy and then do 7 Carbos. Also, level 65 is helpful for tanking hits. Yeah, sure. The red fight isn't guaranteed. Yeah, Snorlax could be bad. I think we could, this is going to make a small difference on the outcome of the run. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy. Hey, dude, what's up? You want to say hi to everyone? Yeah. Come sit. Momo's here. Yeah, dude. %, without leftovers. What level does 2 candies for Will give? This is 2 candies for Will. 2 candies for Will, 3 candies for Red. If I just take away the other 3 candies, then we get 62. I don't think if we use 7 Carbos, it's 62. I think we need 64 or 3 for the outspeed, no matter what. Underspeeds. Yeah, 64 is the minimum threshold to move first against the Pikachu. If we don't need the leftovers, we could Quick Claw, one-shot the Pikachu, and then win that way. Should we candy before blue? No, that's fine. Yeah, Quick Claw isn't worth it. I agree. Yeah. Wait, Quick Claw is so smart. Yeah, Quick Claw. Oh yeah, actually, Quick Claw is really smart. We should definitely Quick Claw, because we're using Curse. Yeah, we should 100% Quick Claw for the final battle. There's no reason not to. We don't have another item, so if we're not gonna use the leftovers, like we might as well just use Quick Claw, because then we can sometimes move first. I personally think I'm just going to run, it's really easy to remember as well, I'm going to run the Goldenrod candy and just do that. Then I don't even need, like if I mess up the Carbos or something, I'm not worried about it. It feels like the safer play and maybe the optimal play of like squeezing through at a slightly, like 1 level lower or something like that is possible, but the time save is going to be like maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds. It's going to be very small in the grand scope of everything. Could also consider calcium. Yeah, true. Could also consider calcium. If we have extra money, we can just like buy the calcium and then have better damage ranges. Like, let's test the fight with the Quick Claw for Red. I gotta make a little thing on my overlay so that I can test that quickly. So we'll do this. 64. I guess we can just edit it here, actually. Quick Claw. I think 65 is faster because you don't have to pick up and sell items and use Carbos. Well, you got to use Carbos, but you don't have to sell items. I think the main benefit is selling the items. Picking them up is also, yeah, but the using of the Carbos is pretty fast. Like a stack of 4 and 7, there's not a huge difference. I love this strategy. Remember when I first figured this out? We don't need Roar today, Michael, but with Charizard it was better. Because the Venusaur comes in and it's the perfect Pokemon to come in next. For Feraligator. That does a lot. I don't like how much that does. Oh, it's still Amnesias after it Psychics. I think we only lose this. I think we only lose this if he crits with one of the Pokemon. Maybe special defense drop from Espeon. Those might be the 2 loss conditions here, but it feels pretty solid, and Quick Claw is quite good. Just a second, I gotta use the washroom, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Is the Espeon going to reflect? I guess it is. Let's play the fight a couple more times. I want to play the fight a couple more times just to get a sense for if I'm missing something right now, because it would be like awful if we just we had 2 amazing fights right here and then it just goes downhill. Gonna go for reflect pretty often if you're at full HP. Okay. I don't think there's a good play because of how much damage the other Pokemon do. Snorlax followed by Blastoise and Charizard. I don't think there's a play to come into the battle damaged. Like significantly damaged so that the Espeon wouldn't attack. Okay, yeah, so it is going to go for reflect sometimes. Alright, let's see how this works then. But if it reflects, it doesn't attack us. Then we're full health and Snorlax goes for Amnesia. And unless it crits with Body Slam, it does almost nothing. And we resist Surf, so we don't really care about that. That's bad. That's a loss condition if it burns us. Okay, so 1, 2. I think the Quick Claw is better than a Berry. The Berry solves an unlikely event, whereas the Quick Claw, every time we attack, has a 23% chance to move us first. Because we could Quick Claw like 4 times during this fight, but the Berry, we're only going to use the Berry once. And it's going to be in like a... in the best case scenario, it's the Paralyzed Cure Berry, and we use it against the Snorlax, which is countering out a 30% chance. Just once. So I think the Quick Claw overall is better. Yeah, like, see, we Quick Clawed there and we didn't get hit by Body Slam. We Quick Clawed there again. No, we still win that time, but... See, like, the burn is also not always a lost condition. It's only a lost condition if everything else has happened, where we, like, get hit by Psychic, we get hit by Body Slam, we get hit by Surf twice, and then the Charizard comes in, burns us, and gets us on the second turn. Hydro Pump Charizard. Because we could Earthquake everything else. I see what you're saying. I bet it... Does it have the range? I don't know. When would we learn it? Like 54 or something? Kind of annoying to have it. What's that? When did it learn it? What? 58. Where is it? There it is. I should have just typed in the search bar. Nah, it's not good enough. Need a higher level for it. No Hydro Pump. 45% on a Hydro Pump when you can miss with it as well. Not worth it when we can just two-shot. Yeah, I think Return Quick Claw is fine with this strategy. Oh, we're not seeing ranges. Sorry about that. Sorry, Hydro Pump, I just tested it. It had 45% chance against the Charizard. That's 65. I don't think it's good enough. What else was, like, challenging in this run? We had problems against Bugsy, but that's because I just didn't Rage. And, like, Rage is really good here. And then we can just Fury Cutter with Paralyzed Cure Berry on Rival 2. And then Whitney... We're gonna pick up Dig. We can keep it until the end, and then we can cut Earthquake. That's good. I'm not thrilled by this, but I think we just play it because we don't want to fight optionals. I'm fighting some optionals, like Walt and stuff, but like we don't want to fight very many. Yeah, Ice Punch is a 3-hit on Venusaur, and Ice Beam is just barely a 2-hit on the Venusaur at level 68. It's like 31%, and at level 70, it's a guarantee to 2, or it's like 60% at level 70. At level 73, Ice Beam always 2-shots the Venusaur. You can do that strategy if you want to avoid Curse. But I think it's like either you do 73 or you do 64. I think those are the choices for Feraligator. Consistent at 73 without Curse, or 64 with Curse, and obviously 64 is 9 levels faster. That's so much better. $72 is better than 73? Because the damage range on Solar Beam? Perhaps, yeah. The Solar Beam damage range, you want to make sure that it, at the maximum roll, is going to one-shot. So 72, it still one-shots. 73, it doesn't. It doesn't actually matter, though. That's the thing. Is if you're running 73, it doesn't matter because you 2-shot the Venusaur. So even if it does Sunny Day, and then it's going to just get knocked out on the next turn. Literally doesn't matter. So you can run 73. It's just as safe. It's 1 level higher, so it's slower. So, like, probably run. I think 72, though, doesn't guarantee the knockout. It's Ice Punch. Sorry, I like going over these things so people know. You come back and watch this later, you want to have insight into it. Yeah. Oh, that's 60. What the? Nah, 72 is fine. Yeah, 72 is fine. Okay, I agree with you. Okay, so we're going to do 65 for red. I'm going to take notes. Curse strat for red, level 65. Pick up 5 rare candies. And then I'll list them. Lighthouse, Goldenrod. What is that route? It's like Route 29 or something. I don't know what route it is. 28. Tojo Falls. Tojo Falls candy. Poke Fan Club. City of Ireland. Then 2 candies before Will for level 50. Skip Earthquake. Skip Ice Beam. Rage Bugsy. We didn't look really at Whitney. Like, the Whitney stuff is not thrilling. I don't think there are any Feraligator at Vancouver. I think we're too far north to get gators up here. Is Whitney even challenging? Yeah, if she just rollouts over and over again, and she'll destroy me because I have a 5-hit, 75% chance, and we're not faster than the Miltank, so it outspeeds, which means we can't flinch. If we could flinch, this would be so much better. But I think 2 levels, yeah, like 2 levels higher. We speed tie at 22 and we outspeed at 23. Like, it's kind of painful. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty painful. And like, it goes to a guaranteed 4-hit with upside for 3-hit, and we get the chance to flinch. Even at just 22, we have the chance to flinch if we outspeed, which is good, and we have a guaranteed 4-hit. Fight Mark? Yeah, we could try Mark. Like, Mark is not going to be too slow, right? What is that? Route 36? Yep. I think we fight Mark. It's one battle, and it's 3 1-hits. We could also consider fighting Benny. Because I skipped Benny. I was like, we don't need to fight him. We could fight Benny. The damage ranges against Benny are kind of annoying. But does it change? Bugsy. Not really. Well, Scyther comes in third. We have level 17 for it. I think Mark's better. I think Mark's better than Benny. Benny takes too long to knock out. The Beedrill only has Fury attack, so it's going to waste a lot of time. No, there are no candies. The first candy comes after Morty. Or just before him if you're... Yeah, no candies, unfortunately. First candy is in the lighthouse, which is after you beat Whitney. If you go to the lighthouse before Morty. And going to the lighthouse before Morty is a bad choice. So unfortunately, I think the one extra battle though for the speed tie and the 4-hit, I think this is the go-to. What else? Route 27. Okay. Route 27 is the Tojo Falls candy. Good to know. Like, I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else? Like, we should have it now, right? Everything should be easy from here. Let's just check. 2 candies before Will, 3 candies before Red. Final set, Return, Curse, Dig, Protect. I think this is the first and only time I will have Dig for Red. Oh, we didn't turn off Ice Beam. Obviously, we're not going to do Ice Beam. Let me we'll just change how I'm teaching Curse, and then the route will look more beautiful. And we skip Rest. Yeah. Okay. It's surprising how long Feraligator runs Surf, Ice Punch, Dig, Return. And Headbutt. Like, that starts just after Whitney, that set. And we run that set until the end of Blue. With Headbutt converting to Return somewhere along the way. I think we have to do that before Claire. Oh, there is one other thing I want to check into. Just a second. Alright, I don't think the pink bow is going to help here, but I can see, like, because the pink bow is pretty quick to pick up. What did I do? Press the wrong button? There we go. Hold pink bow. Doesn't really help that much. That's fine. But luckily we don't have to use it for other Pokemon. This would be very bad if this damage range would be very bad if we had to use Dig for the Houndoom. Because then if it curses us after surviving, we then lose health when we're underground. Yeah, like, where should we save? We definitely save before Karen. We definitely save before Red. I think we definitely save before Chuck. And I think we save before Whitney. Yeah, but I don't think we get Earthquake. I think picking it up and spending the time teaching it is less than just like... If we use Dig, it's gonna curse. Yeah, if we dig, Curse will not do anything when we're underground. Then we'll hit, then it'll use Curse again and knock itself out. We won't take any damage from it, then we'll one-shot the 2 other Pokemon. It's gonna be really straightforward. We literally only save half of Dig. That's all we save by teaching Earthquake. And we have to go walk somewhere else, pick it up, teach it. That's not worth it. 100% not worth it. Also, in terms of Dig usage, we should be surfing the Magneton on Rival 5's team. One other thing. Rival 3. We gotta make sure that Rival 3 is gonna work. Oh no, I'm thinking about Porygon 2. We have more than enough speed to move first against the Haunter, so we just one-shot it. Porygon 2 had 47 speed. 1 less than the Haunter. And then if I leveled up 1 more time, it had 49 speed. It was like... Ah! I wish the Dig TM was faster to pick up. What I should do is I should go... I think I should go Floria first, then Dig, then teleport back to Goldenrod. I think that's probably faster. No, Mark gives the level up into the Miltank to 22 to speed tie the Miltank. Not enough to outspeed. Dig is like really there because we need to attack, I think, Morty's Pokemon with it. Let's just confirm. Not really. Surf is fine. We do need Dig, I think, though, for the Rival. The Rival Dig? Yeah. Surf, the Hunter can survive. But it's not... we're pretty favored there. And it's going to knock itself out, so we don't need Dig here. We don't need Dig for Morty. We don't need Dig for Chuck. We don't need Dig for Price. We don't need Dig for Jasmine. We don't need Dig for this Rival. We don't need Dig for Claire. Don't need Dig for this Rival. Dig is the move that is never highlighted. Look at that. We don't need Dig for Karen. We can just surf the Gengar. Yeah, I should probably run the Paralyzed Cure Berry for this fight to avoid the awfulness on Vileplume. No, but what I was thinking is like the walk time to pick up Dig is significantly longer than the walk time to pick up Earthquake. Like significantly. Because you have to like go over to Floria and then go all the way to the national park, or go through the national park then walk all the way over to Floria. Like there's always like a huge overworlding section to do that, plus the same amount of time spent teaching a move. And yeah, Earthquake is before Karen. It's right before the league. So we could just pick up Earthquake then and then teach Earthquake instead of Dig and then just one-shot the Gengar and like there's no issues then. Because, like, we don't need Dig anywhere else. Does Hydro Pump one-shot the Pikachu? I don't think it does. Hydro Pump does one-shot the Pikachu. I like the idea of using Dig on Red as well. I don't think it's as good. I think I do think that the Earthquake strategy is better. I think the Earthquake strategy solves multiple things. But we could run zero. Yeah, we could run no ground moves in this playthrough. It's so good. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. All of this is wrong. I think all of this is wrong. All of this is wrong. This is all wrong because we want to break rollouts combo on Miltank. And I guess we could do that with the speed tie with headbutt and just try and get really lucky. But dig does add safety here. And then if we have dig for this fight, it then helps us through the league with skipping Earthquake, and then it also helps us for red. So dig gives us advantages in 3 moments in the playthrough. Earthquake really only in 2, and Hydro Pump only in 1. Can we Fury Cutter Whitney? Yeah, that's another good option. Because I think actually the Fury Cutter strategy is just going to be way better. Fury Cutter 1, 26, 53. So we'll 3-shot that, so then we'll be Fury Cutter 4. Yeah, and then we'll just delete the Miltank. Which means we don't have to do Psychic Mark. And we don't have to teach Dig. And then we just Fury Cutter Whitney. And we skip Dig. And then we look at the damage ranges against Karen. What about Surge? Wait, Surge. Karen, we had 2-shot the Gengar, that's fine. Because it's going to curse, so we'll just knock it out first turn. Like, Sand Attack's going to get us here. Like, we could get messed up by that. Ignore this. Obviously, we're going to teach Hydro Pump over something else. I just put that quickly in so I could see the damage ranges against the Pikachu. Oh, it's Elspine. You're gonna win it. You're gonna win it. The Hydro Pump. You're gonna convince me of it. Resets are so fast if we miss to the Pikachu. Hydro Pump 1-shots, and then we win. And we teach Hydro Pump in the place of, like, we only need 3 moves for this whole run. Until the very end. We only need 3 moves. Literally a normal move, Ice Punch, and Surf. We need nothing else. Like, right now the route has Leer until Sabrina. And that's fine. Really, I think the reason that the less accurate moves have weaseled their way in is just because we're really starting to consider now that, like, walking somewhere, picking up an item, and then teaching the move does incur a time cost. And sometimes it's better to just level up, teach the move you would learn. It's Hydro Pump, 80% chance, knock out the Pikachu. Simple. Yeah, we gotta check Surf ranges on Surge. You're correct. Yeah, I was gonna do that as well. Because we need to 1-shot. Yeah, it's fine. 1 hits everything except the Electabuzz, but we have return for that. So we are fine. Yeah, we don't need a ground move. Remember when I said all throughout today's stream and yesterday's stream that I don't think ground moves are that good in Generation 2, and that I typically don't really like teaching Earthquake when I get it? This is why. Oh yeah, you don't even have to reset if you miss Hydro Pump, because if it charms, you just can just still curse and win. And it could just miss charm, and then you just get another Hydro Pump anyway. Yeah, this strat's fine. This is great. Also, the damage range on Hydro Pump, 104 at minimum roll. Beautiful. Alright. I think we got it. I think we got the run. All right. All right. Yeah, if we miss like 5 hydro pumps, I am gonna blame you. We better not. That would be so bad. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, so that Sean knows where this little audio note is about the summary for the route. Let's go through everything. Feraligator's really good. It doesn't need any ground moves for this playthrough, which seems sort of absurd. It only needs 3 move slots: a normal move, an ice move, and a water move. Rage for Bugsy, Fury Cutter for Whitney, then we can use Surf for Morty to 2-shot the Gengar, so we can skip Dig entirely. We don't need it anywhere where we just don't have already a good damage range with Surf or another move. We're going to skip Ice Beam from the Tutor. We're also going to skip Earthquake. They all just waste time. 2 candies before Will to level 50, which helps our damage ranges throughout the league, but more specifically against Will, we want to one-shot the Executor to avoid Reflect, which did cause some problems in the first playthrough. In terms of rare candies, we're only going to get 5 during this playthrough. 2 before Will, 3 before Red. The Lighthouse Candy, the Goldenrod Candy, which was a bit of a compromise. You could buy 7 Carbos and then skip the Goldenrod Candy, but I'm just going to do the Goldenrod Candy. It's a little bit simpler. Tojo Falls Candy, Poke Fan Club Candy, and the Cinnabar Island Candy. That's all 5. We're going to teach Hydro Pump in the empty slot, so then we'll have 4 useful moves. And for Red, we're going to run a silly set, which could have included Dig, but we're going to use Hydro Pump instead to one-shot the Pikachu. From there, Curse and Protect for the Venusaur, and after that, Return for everything else. And we are going to use the Quick Claw for Red because it gives us a little bit more upside after we completely trash our speed using Curse. Hopefully, this is going to go well. Yeah, Earthquake wastes time to get, so we don't need to get it. Picking up Earthquake is just gonna, like, incur time. We don't have to go off the beaten path to get Hydro Pump. We have to either say yes or no to it when we're leveling up to learn it, so we might as well just learn it and then one-shot the Pikachu with it. And Earthquake doesn't give leverage over other Pokemon. The only other Pokemon it really improves throughout the entire run is Karen's Gengar, but Surf is fine against it. Alright. Get all this stuff set up. I don't have to change Hidden Power. That's weird. Hey, Surge got himself a split. That's cool. Alright. Gotta reset everything here. Give me a second. Yeah, what do we think this is gonna do in terms of time? It's gonna be... I think it's gonna do 103. I'm gonna be bold and say it's gonna beat Kangaskhan. How long is Mover Learner? True, you could surf Pikachu and then you don't have to visit the Mover Learner. Ooh. No, I think move for learner is going to be slower. I think Hydro Pump has to go because Surf is better. Wait. No. No. We're all wrong about this. We return the Pikachu. Look at the damage range on return. Well, he could Hyper Potion. No, I think you're right. I think we don't want to move on learner. Yeah, okay. So here, return 91 to like we have a 49% chance to one shot with return on the Pikachu. Like that's pretty good. But if we go to the move deleter, we waste like a bunch of time. We have to fly once, then we have to walk over to the house, then we have to do the little menuing thing, then we have to like go back, fly back. It's going to be like 15, 20 seconds. Return then Surf if not Oko. Yeah. And like I don't care about having to use 2 more curses against the Venusaur. Like that will waste some time, but I don't think it's going to waste as much as going to the move reminder. Plus we have upside. We could just one-shot the Pikachu and not have to do anything. This is the thing about, I added 3 protein to the route, but like it does improve the odds, but not by that much. Like, are we getting too sketchy now, or is this fine? Because like, is the Pikachu always going to go for Thunder turn 1? No, I think it has a chance of going for Thunder, but it could go for Charm. We could just one-shot with return. We outspeed. The resets are really fast. I think I'm going to play return at the end. I think I'm going to play return. Yeah. This is a reason to do not 64. The return gets worse if we go down more. So, Goldenrod Candy is a little bit better here. Yeah, this is fine. Let's do this. Whoa. Red, we're not fighting red right now. Alright, are we ready for... Yeah, I think Quick Claw is better. Quick Claw solves the fight later on. Makes it... Okay, so like... Pikachu is sketchier with return early on. To skip the move reminder, so we just have Surf as a dead slot. That's fine, but like... I think that is better than losing later into the fight. Like, picking up the Quick Claw is going to make it more consistent later into the fight. And we want the fight to be consistent after we finish the Venusaur, because that's where the bulk of the time is in the battle. Yeah, and like Charm can fail, Thunder can miss. There's like, the Pikachu is not the scariest Pokemon. And if we do reset, the reset's quick. Okay. Feraligator, number 2. Let's do this. Look at him. Absolute beast. He was once a crocodile. Now he's an alligator. He's ready. Ready to destroy Pokemon Crystal. If he was a pro gamer, he'd be getting out his little ruler and measuring his mouse pad, ensuring that everything's set up in the exact perfect spot to be level 65 for red. To crush the Pikachu with return on the first turn of the battle with a favorable damage roll. Yeah, this Pokemon's awesome. I just realized I should be using Rage against this instead of Scratch. I'm used to Gen 1 Rage, where you choose it and then you're like, why did I choose that? Alright, I'm going to expect that people are going to be helping me out through this run. Oh my gosh. Talking about Pokemon on buses, do you remember that old Nintendo ad where like the guy put the bus in the like car crusher thing and then like it turns into a Game Boy and he's like trapped all the Pokemon in it? That was nightmare fuel. Okay, we're gonna skip Dawn. No, not today, Dawn. Whoa, memory unlocked. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, like, that just, like, came... Wow, I can't believe I remembered that. Just popped right out of the old memory banks. Uh-oh. Eat our berry here. We should be fine. Starter re-ranks is about abusing the Venusaur with cards and protect. Yeah, so far that is the case. With Charizard, we needed to think a little bit creatively about how to get the Venusaur out, just roar it into place. But in this case, we're just fine. We don't even need to do anything. Let's go. I don't even think we need level 10 for damage rounding on this, even though we're a low level. We 3-shot this. That's a critical hit, Gust. Look at how little damage it did. We didn't need the berry, so we don't even need to pick up an early game berry. Feraligator is a monster. Oh man. Oh man. This reminds me of when I was a kid. I remember I went on a vacation to PEI, Prince Edward Island. This is a place in Canada, out on the East Coast. Wow. My mouth broke there for a second. Anyways, I went there, and when I went there, I remember that was the first time that I reset my silver cartridge so that I could play a new game. And I remember like being next to my parents' bed, packing my suitcase, and just going like, "Okay, Feraligator, I'm gonna reset the cartridge now. You've been a great pal." Oh man, I still feel kind of emotional about that. I know it's just bits and stuff, but get attached to these little bits. Oh my god, I got through the cave without, and then I almost messed up the grass patch there, but I got through the, cave without the repel wearing off. Means good motion. Furret's actually really good. Don't be talking down to Furret. Furret is a really good Pokemon in this game. I think if I had played Furret at the exact same time that I played Feraligator and I played Charizard and all those Pokemon, I think Furret would have been fairly competitive. It probably would have been like slightly slower, but I think it still would have held up really well. It's kind of an outrageous Pokemon. Whereas like Raticate's just like not nearly as good. I love getting poisoned during this fight because then you get the free heal right after. Hopefully we just don't get poisoned by the guy inside of the gym. I don't know what his name is. He's always irrelevant except when he poisons you. Yay, no poison. Water gun 3-shots this, so you have to scratch. Yeah. Gen 2 is not my first game. My first game was Yellow. Alright, we got a lot of rages there on the Metapod. That was sweet. Oh, and it didn't Fury Cutter. It instead went for Quick Attack, so useless Scyther. Oh, just a second. Someone mentioned it in chat. No, I saw it. 1 minute and 39 seconds faster at this point in the game. Pretty good. Rage glow up? Yeah, I know. It's so much better in Gen 2 than in Gen 1. And as a kid, though, I was permanently scarred, and I just never used that move ever again. Okay, rival. Oh, I was supposed to do this with Fury Cutter. Well. No. We're not running that. Can't forget stuff like that. People gotta remind me. Come on, chat. It's your job. Okay, we need the reminder for Fury Cutter. I don't know what else, because I'm forgetting now. Anything from the optimization section of the video. It's very important that I might forget. Yeah, thank you. I don't think I should forget now. Yeah, gotta remember to skip Dawn. Thing is, I normally don't fight Dawn. He's always just, like, accidental. Easy to bump into him. No. Wanted to move that. No, I don't get the antidote, because you get a full heal first. You don't get poisoned before that in the run. With bad Pokemon, I get the antidote. But not with good Pokemon. I think the full heal is a little bit better. Oh, sorry, I think the antidote, the full heal is a little bit better, just because it's more flexible. Do we rage the Pidgey? Or the Spearow? It is faster. We saved the berry. Rage is so good. This battle is the same number of turns. Oh. What? This might be the same number of turns as well. Yeah, same number of turns even with water gun. Doesn't really matter. Oh, the music is handled by a custom piece of software. It's like essentially watching the game, seeing what track the game is playing, and then playing the music at 1x speed while I'm playing. Software made by Austin. Oh. Not great overworlding this time. Oops. That was a really good cave. Okay. It's not built into my overlay, it's separate. The music software is separate, yeah. Oh no. Supersonic is like the worst way to lose time. Sometimes you just lose the run. Oh, we had a berry and we got a crit. Cool. Earned back some of the time. Talking to the slowpoke, talking to the rocket. I think I don't think it actually changes the number of tiles you walk to pick it up when you first arrive or to pick it up when you go in the... I don't think it changes. I've thought about that before. No. Feraligator is not Tyranitar. Ladybot can't stop us. Good, no poison this time. Perfect. His name is Al. Rage is building. No poison, that's good. Wow. I don't know, he's not making good choices. Not quite as good as last run, but still pretty good to this point. Okay, Fury Cutter, thank you. Here we go. We don't need the ropes because we have dig. Or we don't have... No, we don't have dig. Never mind. Oh, no. But, we don't need as many ropes because we're also not going to, like, the Whirl Islands and stuff like that. Mount Mortar. You don't need as many. You only need a lot if you're going to all those places. Oh, nice crit. No way. Good job, Feraligator. Yeah, I've done Venomoth. We can just walk out of the hideout once or Burn Tower. Burn Tower is probably fastest. Goldenrod's also pretty fast. I'm gonna do it now so I don't forget later. Sorry. Nothing. I'm focused. I'm so focused. Don't talk to her. We don't need to fight Mark. Because we're doing Fury Cutter for Whitney. Okay, flinch, nice. We don't need bite. I could hold the quick claw for this, but I think it wastes time to open the inventory and I would rather just get to it. Oh my gosh. Did you see how much damage that Aurora Beam did? No! Well. Rip run. Still much ahead of the previous run. Yeah, Fury Cutter is more reliable there. It's still not amazingly reliable, but it is the more reliable one. Because the Clefairy doesn't always double slap. Sometimes it just metronomes and does other things. What do you mean rage into curse? No, it's not a ghost curse. Yeah. And you can stop using rage whenever you want in this game. In the end, we knew that Whitney was going to be one of the sketchy fights because that was one of the ones that I said we were going to save for. Alright, now we have our 3 moves. Now we're fine here. I will restart this run if we lose to the Haunter, but we shouldn't lose to the Haunter because we're faster and our damage range here is... But it's fine. Because it knocks itself out with Curse and then you feed through the rest with Ice Punch. Ha! Cool, we froze the Bayleaf. Wow. Alright. Gotta go up there. Dun, dun, dun. Ice Punch is also a one-hit, so I'm going to use some here when I can to not deplete Surf's PP too quickly. Still might have to use an Ether. I could have done Ice Punch for all of those Pokemon. That probably would have been the superior play. The last Gengar here, or Ghastly here, has a chance to survive, so I will also surf it. We have 2 more speed than the Gengar, by the way. If it hypnosises me and we lose, then we restart. It's only a 45% chance that it hits, though. Remember, AI debuff in Gen 2. Oh, well. Not going well so far, but we wake up and win. This is why it typically is not good to Mint Berry before Morty, because he just drops the ball so many times. This is the second run, Clark. I can't cognitively parse through that other question about base power. Someone else could get Luke's question, that would be great. I just don't have the mental resources right now to read the question, really figure it out, and also execute well on this run. No need to be sorry. Just, I'm just trying to make sure that you're feeling heard there, but also make sure that I can perform my task here without letting Feraligator down. 21 super repels is definitely not always enough. I play lots of runs where I run out with 31. It's probably the case that with a Pokemon like Feraligator, I can just do 21. It's not an issue, but it's more likely an issue with Pokemon like Ekans, which I played recently. When you have to do a bunch of backtracking, that sort of thing. 8 repels feels really good. Although 7 might be better, because this repel is always slightly short. You might want to super repel there instead. Didn't make the lighthouse mistake this time. Is it a long stream today? I guess it's been 3 hours already. It's gonna be 4. My streams are regularly 4 hours. This should be fine for me. I guess I streamed for like 6.5 hours yesterday, but we did like an hour and a half or 2 hours of StarCraft after. I'm having so much fun playing Brood War again. Push yourself, Scott. Adversity breeds growth, yeah. I'm gonna headbutt turn 1 here. Chance to flinch. Didn't get it. Okay, so Chuck is kind of inconsistent, and for anyone who's saying, maybe try Fury Cutter, you could stack it up and then do lots of damage. No. I've tried this strategy before with other Pokemon, and it is always pathetic. Because remember, Fighting type resists Bug type damage. So Fury Cutter's effective power is like 5. Mistelier. Okay, that's really good. Get a flinch here. Flinch! Dynamic Punch miss. Okay, that's the same. Hypnosis miss. Alright. 3 minutes and 54 seconds ahead of previous time. That's the lighthouse mistake there. That cost me a lot of time. One thing we could reevaluate is the need for the Mystic Water. Probably don't need the Mystic Water. I think Feraligator is going to beat Kangaskhan, yeah. I think it's so good. I'm not used to going that way. Normally I go get their candy, but we're skipping the candy today. Ah, it's weird. Alright, Gyarados, don't do mean stuff here. Flinch, yeah. Yeah, double flinch. Feraligator killing it. Not a great fly execution. Yeah, you gotta talk to Jasmine before you go over, otherwise the guy in the little, like, mart doesn't sell you. He just tries to sell you stuff instead of giving you the the secret potion. And then I could have fought Chuck, but I didn't want to fight Chuck without extra experience, because he's sometimes sketchy. Using Ice Punch here so that I can save Surf PP for the Magnemite guy. Remember, we don't have Dig anymore. But we didn't want to use Dig anyways. We always want to use Surf to conserve turns. Yeah, the Slowbro trainer. I also always call him the Slow King trainer. I don't know why. I always think it's a Slow King. It's not a Slow King. It's a Slowbro. Alright, Jed. That nugget is like almost no time. It's like 1 second maybe for the text scroll. Dun, 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 dun. I'm using Headbutt here to conserve Surf, and that's definitely the wrong choice. I should be using Surf to conserve Headbutt so that I can fight Price after this. Or Ice Punch really to conserve everything. Don't do that. Slow Split. Oh my gosh. Slow Sis and Slow Queen. We need those Pokemon. Like Miss Mime. I always want Miss Mime. That would be a nightmare Pokemon. I know that it's kind of Jinx, but like I want Miss Mime. Yeah, this rocket section is brutal, right? Like, it's so slow. And like, I have nothing interesting to say during this section of the game. Like, well, I didn't miss the 2 passwords that I was supposed to get, and like, I didn't miss the Murkrow password, and we one-shot everything else. Miss Mime just still highlight catch him. Oh my gosh. Not today, Douglas. Gosh. Price is a terrible trainer. This is actually a much better Price than it was last time. Hello from Canada, back at you. 5 Surf, that is enough. 4 Jasmine. Despite her having electric types, we don't need to save. I know, we're so far ahead right now, this is wild. We're absolutely crushing the former time. I don't feel like I played that awfully in the first playthrough either, but like, I'm real warmed up now and we're just, every split we're gaining. Might lose a little bit here because we're gonna go get the candy now. Yeah, we still have tons of time saves ahead of us too. Like skipping Earthquake. Oh, we're currently ahead of Charizard. Okay. we're gonna destroy Maybe we'll get sub-hour. Do you think that's possible? I've kind of been of the opinion that I'm never gonna get a sub-hour time because I'm not pushing for it, like someone like Snowy, where it's just like all or nothing, just never save once during the playthrough. Absolutely crush. I'm not trying to do that, so I've just been like, well, I'm never gonna do it. Like, that's fine. But now maybe with this, potentially learn Slash in the place of Headbutt and replenish PP that way for this section of the game. Yeah, yeah, I guess, like, I'm thinking like Pokemon like Kangaskhan and stuff like that. Charizard's time was 104. Oops, I didn't want to use that, but it's fine. Maybe we have to do Blastoise next to see. I do think Feraligator is better than Blastoise. Look at this thing. Just crushes. Rival. Ah. Yeah, the reset counter didn't increment at the end of the Charizard run. It was because I had made this setting for what I'm testing, which is like it's called no increment, where it doesn't increment the counter intentionally, and I had set that when we were testing, and then I forgot to uncheck it for the follow-up run. So then it incremented, or didn't increment because of that, and I was really confused about it. And then as soon as the stream ended, I looked over and was like, oh yeah. Just had that setting on the whole time. That's why it didn't record my game time as well, because it wasn't recording splits. No, there's only one reset in this playthrough. I restarted. I restarted at the rival. Did the early game again, and then lost once to Whitney because Fury Cutter missed. The Fury Cutter miss is not a misplay, though, by me as a player. That's just the strategy has a flaw. So I kept going. Whereas the rival in Azalea Town was purely human error. I just forgot to teach Fury Cutter and then lost. Gotta put headbutt in slot 1 because we're soon going to delete it for return. My PP is less beautiful this time around. Because we have Fury Cutter here with 20. Doesn't look as optimized. That's fine though. I can probably stop getting that max elixir. That's like the max elixir in Gen 1. Zealous Pawn's gonna get on my case about that anytime soon. Yeah, Bibarel might be pretty good. Yeah, water normal. Ooh. Is it medium slow? I think it's medium slow as well. I just realized you can keep the headbutt PP each return in the place of Feraligator. Medium fast, okay. Oh. The nice thing about Crystal is that there is, in general, less RNG than there is in Red, Blue, and Yellow. Those games, things can fall apart pretty quickly with like a Gen 1 miss or something like that. Or even just like, I don't know, like... There's lots of weird ways that stuff ends in Red and Blue. I know I'm always more stressed when I'm playing those games. Whereas when I'm playing this game, I'm like, it's gonna be fine. Maybe Karen will give us a reset. Or if we don't have a solid strategy for Whitney. Those ones might get us. Look at me skipping the elixir. The snowy elixir. Sorry, Snowy. I'm really happy with the level of community we have in the solo running scene. Because there's so many items and stuff that are just named after other people who do these solo runs. Everyone's always contributing, and it's just so great. I would not be the player or the content creator I am right now if it wasn't for such an amazing community around me. Did I get that? Yeah. Did we use Rust? We didn't use Rust. We don't need to heal. No. Be proud, Zellspawn. Did you see me hold back and skip that PP up? Yeah. Old dogs can learn new tricks. Well, I don't know. I didn't start it. There was lots of other people like Pika Spray, J Rose, Madry Red. All those people were doing this before I was. I definitely added a few things like the timer and resets and that kind of stuff, but definitely not like the progenitor of the style. There's also a Solo Challenge subreddit from back in... Oh, subreddit. That's cool. That's cool to know about. Yeah, I definitely started taking the results seriously of what I was doing. That's true. There's a small chance here we miss the range on the Dragonair and then lose. Oh, actually there isn't because I used the calcium. Cool. Progenitor, yeah, that is a top tier word. Also, it reminds me of the magic card, Progenitus, I think it is. That is a sick card. Like, what a good name for a card. Progenitus. I think it's like 2 of every mana. It's 10 mana. Like a 10/10 indestructible something. I do play him, yeah, Magic the Gathering. My wife and I play all the time. Oh! Not teaching Psyduck Surf saves a little bit of time because you don't have to go through 2 teaches where you have to replace a move. That's another advantage water Pokemon have. It's tiny. It's like maybe 5 seconds, but still, it's a thing. Yeah, protection from everything. Yes, yes, yes. I'm graduating tonight with 2 associates. That's so awesome. Congratulations. Sure, it feels great that the hard work's all paid off. 5 seconds, yeah, is pretty good. I'm gonna need that in like 2 seconds. Hojo Falls candy. This candy's quite quick. I think it's like 9 seconds. Not gonna stop me now, Megan. What formats do I play? I used to, like, my favorite format used to be draft. Because I really don't like the idea of, like, spending $500 building a standard deck and then in, like, 4 months, those aren't the cards and like, a deck that's going to be good anymore. And then Legacy always felt like too much money as well. Just because the cards are all so expensive and hard to find. And I also don't have... I don't have a ton of time to like look up all the cards and figure out what the best possible deck is going to be, that sort of thing. And really spend time doing the deck building. But I know some people really love the deck building side of it. So for me, I've always really liked draft. Because I get the deck building stuff, but not the expense. And then I also really like Commander. Commander's really fun. But my wife and I, when we play Commander, we usually just play with pre-constructed decks. We're not like hardcore Magic the Gathering players. Two candies before Will. Oh, I remember of Cube, but I don't remember what it is. 83% chance with the... No. Oh. Glad I saved. 52% chance. Amnesia, come on. Yeah. No. All the bad. This is a really fast Elite Four. It is. Anything under 50 minutes is quite good. But when you start getting close to 45, that's when the Pokemon starts being like, this Pokemon is zooming through the game. Like a cat after dinner. No. That could be really bad. Well. Sick. Oh, yeah, cube, yeah. Yeah, that sounds really fun. Do I play this? No, we reset. Yeah, headbutt. We should be headbutting here. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Gosh, thunder punches are annoying. I shouldn't have headbutt that. No! I'm falling apart. This is terrible. No, we want to return Machamp. No, Earthquake would not help here. Oh, I'm pissed. So I stopped talking. We are gonna save some time now. Bruno is one of those trainers that I didn't focus on that much, and I actually needed to have a solid plan against him. I was just kind of like going into it a little bit like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I can headbutt sometimes, and like, it should be fine. But like, what I really should be doing there is I should be running Paralyzed Cure Berry through Bruno to Karen. And then you get it for Bruno if it matters, or you get it for Karen if it matters. You don't get it for both, but you get it for at least one. You only have to do one inventory then. And then headbutt the Hitmonchan turn 1. But don't headbutt the Machamp because it survives just barely. Okay, we wasted a little bit more time because I did not pick this up last time or protect. So this is a small bloat in comparison to the last run. Those stairs were smooth stairs. Could fall down almost. Be careful, don't slip. Okay, now we save time because we skip leftovers. And the PP up, of course. Character development. I love running return and headbutt at the same time. It's so fun, but it caused problems against... caused problems against Bruno. 2 of the resets to Bruno were like not really my fault. The paralysis from the Hitmonchan is just so annoying. But the Machamp was definitely my fault. One thing I'm noticing about my movement in the overworld is it's dramatically improving this year, because since we've really got things locked down on the production side for the channel, I'm just playing the games a lot more. I basically do like I do like 1 to 3 playthroughs a day. And since I'm doing 1 to 3 playthroughs a day, that's very different from the beginning of the channel where I did 1 playthrough a week. Like the rate of practice has dramatically improved this year. Uh-oh. Didn't check this damage range. Well, we got it. 56.9%. It can sand attack you and everything can fall apart. If you want to play really safe, you save there. It's favorable enough and you can still win with the sand attack. Sand attack isn't as bad as it is in Generation 1, so there's not that much to fear if it's only the Espeon that you're worried about. The bad thing there is getting hit by sand attack and then outsped by the Alakazam, which does happen for some Pokemon. Return also one-shots this. I can see that everyone's letting me focus. You're also considerate. Or my internet disconnected again and we're not actually doing a stream anymore. Think I'll play any more Legacy Yellow or Crystal? I'll play Legacy Crystal at some point, yeah. I'll definitely play it. Don't know about Legacy Yellow though. I want to finish Yellow, like the main game first. I gotta beat with all the Pokemon. That's why I've kind of slowed the roll down too on the back ports. Because I was originally doing them quite quickly. They're fun videos to produce that don't have a lot of pressure on me, because it's like, if I play badly with a Pokemon that isn't even in the game, like, well, it's ranking, like, it's not a huge deal if, like, sorry, Chandelure, if Chandelure is in the wrong place. At least one person stopped watching right there. Sorry, Hydro Pump. Yeah, like I want to play the Legacy ROM hacks for sure at some point. Legacy Crystal, Legacy Emerald. I just played Yellow right when it was released because it's like, Yellow is my game, I feel like I should. And I was excited about it. I was like, yeah, let's dive into this, like, see how it is. Yeah, I made a ROM hack last year, and I'm probably gonna make another ROM hack this year. With things like Charblizzard in it. I'm I'm taking notes when weird stuff happens and then thinking about how to include it. But yeah, I'll think I'll play more Rom Hex. Over time. Yes, the Quagsire takes more damage from Surf. It's almost a guaranteed one hit. 97.6% damage. Don't confuse me. Wow, we can play around that actually. Yeah! Didn't forget the machine part. High quality plays. No, there's no patch to download. I do not do illegal things. I'm just like locked in here. I'm focused. This is the least I've talked on a stream for a while. We're gaining back some of the time that we lost, but obviously we'll never be able to gain back those resets. I played that so safely. He caught me earlier today when I thought I had the motion perfectly, and then I second guessed myself right there. Like, I don't want Ed to get me and then to be very sad. Gotta be careful. Not sure why I lost a little bit of time at Brock. It was a bit weird. This is the first run where it seems obvious to me, after playing it the first time. Maybe fan club? Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe. This is the first run where it seems obvious to me that this can be sub-hour. Like, with other playthroughs, it's like, well, I would have to do, like, a lot better. But this one's like, oh, okay, like, just don't die to Bruno 4 times. Or 3 times. And Whitney. And, like, that doesn't seem, like, particularly challenging. The Bruno one's a knowledge thing, the Whitney one is just a luck thing, and she's early into the game, so let's restart. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely centers that can be taken out, always. And saves, yeah. But I think even without that, though, like, I don't think that I need to really, like, push much more than I already am to just get a really good time with this Pokemon. It's so ridiculously good. That's another thing, is like grass types, as we saw with the Venusaur, but just in general, grass types in this game are not, you don't really need to be that worried about them. Oh, I didn't do the thing. That's definitely a good damage range. Okay. But yeah, we don't need to be that worried about grass types, just because they all have Solar Beam, and so they waste a turn. I'm also not using the bike. My finger slipped off one of the keys and I thought I messed up that motion. But we got it. Alright. Oh yeah. Let's go. First turn, return on the Pikachu. Reflect. Okay. Amnesia. Rest. It's wasting time, but it's burning the reflect, which overall is good. And then we didn't get paralyzed. I would way rather rest there than anything else. No burn. Okay. Okay, let's check the time. So, we were able to beat Charizard's time from yesterday, quite significantly too. And there is a lot to improve with Feraligator's run, or there's not as much to improve with Charizard. Of course, I can improve both runs, but Feraligator's is definitely... It's definitely the superior solo running Pokemon, but the real question is Feraligator's 103.07 time faster than Kangaskhan? Is it the new top position of the tier list? Yes, it is! By 4 seconds. by 4 seconds. That said, I do want to mention that Kangaskhan beat the game 2 levels higher. It also had 1 reset. So Feraligator had 4 resets, and that means I think that there's a little bit more upside for Feraligator's playthrough. If we have a clean run and I don't fumble at Bruno, I definitely think that Feraligator can do it just at a much better time. Obviously, both Kangaskhan and Feraligator can do better. What I'm trying to get across is the fact that I think that in the end, Feraligator will still come out on top over a Pokemon like Kangaskhan and over a Pokemon like Charizard. This water type is exceptional at solo running this game. It really has everything it needs. And the fact that we figured out today how to do red at a much lower level than I had figured out before gave it a huge improvement over its previous time. The old time that I had with it was 1:14:39. We were more than 10 minutes faster than my previous time. More than 10 minutes faster. Like, that's a massive improvement. Yeah, and like Feraligator was already A tier, it's already pretty good. One thing I do notice about Pokemon is that in Crystal version, there's kind of a, like, the normal distribution is a little bit, like, look at the thresholds I have. They're really weird so that we can get the tier list looking at least visually beautiful. Because, like, we have a tier list that's anything under 110, and the lowest time there is now 103.07. And the highest time there is 109.33. So there's like a pretty wide range there. And then we have another tier list that's only 6 minutes of time, and that's the A tier. And then the tier after that is 4 minutes of time. And then we have 10 minutes of time after that, and then 10, and then 10, and 10, 15, and then it's anything over that. Everything like kind of clusters together in Crystal, like between the 1 hour and 2 hour mark, that's where like all the results kind of fall. And the majority of the results are between 1 hour, or really between 1 hour and, like, let's say 1 hour and 10 minutes and 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's where like the majority of the results fall. Even kind of bad Pokemon. Like Apom's not an amazing Pokemon, but it's in there. I could probably do a better time with Apom now today. Like all these Pokemon in the C tier will probably get promoted at some point. There's a strategy with Tauros that really improves its results. Yeah, I can see S becoming under 105. Yeah, I agree. Or like Scizor and Scyther just barely don't make it, and then we have like Charizard, Kangaskhan and stuff at the top. Yeah. Also Feraligator, this thing's a beast. What a monster. Well, I'm tired. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it, everyone. If you support me on Patreon or through YouTube memberships, it really means the world to me. I'm probably going to go and wind down, play a little bit of StarCraft, and then sign off for the day. There will be a video tomorrow on Saturday. I should do an update at some point. I think I am going to be going back to 1 video a week. I've been doing 2 videos a week for a little since the new year, and I've been doing 2 streams a week, so it's like 4 pieces of content plus usually 2 supercuts, so like 6 pieces of content a week, which is almost 1 a day. It is possible for us, but what I notice is happening when we're doing that is that I get really focused on just like making a video so that we can get a video out, rather than like, what would be like the hypest possible Crystal video that I can make, and then like, okay, we're going to do a re-ranking of all the starters, and then spending time on that. Because if we're doing 1 video a week, we can like make a quick video in 1 day. And then I can do a stream. And then I still have 3 days left over in my like proper work week to work on some other big project that doesn't necessarily need to come out that week. Whereas if I say we're doing 2 videos a week, then Monday, say, is the first video, and then I have Thursday, Friday, which are my stream days, and then I have Tuesday, Wednesday to make a Versus video or to make a second video for the week. And if I can't finish the Versus video in 2 days, then we're not going to release 2 videos in the week, and so then I'm like, well, I don't have time to do a Versus video right now. So none of the really big epic Versus videos that I want to do are ever going to get done under this new format. So that's what I've realized having run the format now. I've tried everything, like bringing other people in to optimize the runs and stuff like that. I think the only way that I could do it is never doing versus videos that have more than 2 Pokemon in them, and never doing more than 2 runs. Because if I do more than 2 runs, then it just takes too much time. So, we'll see. I'm a bit worried about it from a sustainability perspective. So, if you feel like helping me out with my financial anxiety, consider supporting on YouTube memberships or through Patreon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It has been an absolute blast this week playing Pokemon Crystal, both with literal Fire Blast yesterday and Charizard. Although that didn't work out, Roar was the strategy. And then with slightly more conservative or slightly more standard strategies today with Feraligator. This thing was a monster. If you've made it this far, you're incredible. See you next time.